Good evening, passengers. Don't know what happened right there, but I lost connection for just a minute. We'll be ready to fly soon. Get in your seats. Get buckled up. Infidel Fireman, what is happening, my friend? Good to have you here. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. No, it's Thursday. What? Happy Thursday. Disco Stew. What's up? Happy Thursday. Almost weekend time. Speedy. Welcome in, Speedy. Right. I like that one, B. Joe, welcome in as well. Bryson, welcome in. Pilot Ryan, also here. Ace of Twigs, here too. I'm going to continue hiding behind my stream beginning soon screen. Zero, what's happening? Welcome in. Good to see you. Friday Eve. I like that. Friday Eve. Love it. I lost my sock. What? What's up? How are you doing? I lost my sock. Welcome in. I am good, Dryson. We got the crew at the airport working on my aircraft, getting it ready for the flight tonight. Go ahead and stow your luggage, get comfortable, get buckled up. Flight attendants will be around momentarily. Stuffy Tam will be on soon. Yes, I'm stuffy. Nice. U.S. East. You know what? Forget the timer. Forget the timer. I don't know what happened with stream. To begin with, I hit the go live button. It didn't go live. Then I hit the go live button. It went live. And then it didn't go live. Hey, MW Woods, thank you so much. I mean, M Woods, thank you so much for the follow, first of all. Before I even started stream. Oz Nomad, thank you for the follow also 30 minutes ago. Exclamation Discord would get you that. Welcome on in, everybody. Had a little bit of fun. I don't normally talk during my pre-stream animation, whatever the heck you call that. But figured I'd do something different tonight. So y'all, today, you know, sometimes the encourager needs to be encouraged, and that's me today. I have been unusually down today, not depressed, just not my usual self today, and I don't know why. But as soon as I hit live, I'm like, dude, I've got all this energy now. I feel so much better. I just need to stream all the time, right? If I'm awake, I just need to be streaming. It changes my mood so much. Welcome in, everybody. Wow, very active chat. I love an active chat. I love people flying along as well. So thank you for asking the servers and all that good stuff. Infidel Fireman was first in chat. Welcome in, Infidel Fireman. I already saw you loaded into the sim. Wambi, how are you doing? Wambi, oh my gosh, if y'all don't know Wambi, I posted a couple links there. Wambi is an extremely talented developer of items in Microsoft Flight Sim. A lot of the things that you have probably seen that are mods, you may not know that they're his, but they are his. Extremely talented person. Go check out Wambi. Disco Stew is in here. What's up, Disco Stew? And Speedy, welcome in, Speedy. Good to see you as well. Joe, welcome in, Joe. And Dryson, another amazing Flight Sim streamer. Great guy. Go follow Dryson as well. There's a shout out for Dryson earlier. Pilot Ryan, what's going on, dude? How are you doing? Ace of Twigs in here. Zero Tadpole in here. I lost my sock. I love your username. I know I say that all the time. I love it though. Bacon, I have a new streaming schedule now, Bacon, for sure. New streaming schedule. Let's see here. Hey, Game Playboy, what is happening, dude? Let me give Game Playboy a shout out. Game Playboy is a fellow streamer here on Twitch. Always coming in and give me a lurk. What? Disco Stew. Thank you, dude. What the heck? Thank you for 1,000 biddies. Wow, what a way to start the stream. What's happening? Yeah, Ace of Twigs, seriously. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. I mean, whenever I hit the go live button, it totally changes my mood. Versh, how are you doing? You are actually first in the sim. I saw you before I saw anybody else loaded in a little while ago. Pilot Ryan, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate that a lot. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up on chat. Oh, Disco Stew, dude. I wasn't saying that trying to get anything except just I love hanging out with you guys. It wasn't, a hint or anything like that. But thank you so much both for Disco Stew and Pilot Red for the bits. I really, really do appreciate that. Mom Mary, how are you doing? You ready to do some Cubs? Oh, you got to fly the Cub. Nice. Pilot Ryan, thank you again. Super Typhon, welcome in also. Planet Neutral here as well. Planet Neutral is in Disco Stew. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Disco Stew, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Imagine Blondie, good friend of the community here. Enjoy your gift sub. Zimmy Soy Sauce, enjoy your gift sub. Mongo 7, Quaggy, and Moet, enjoy your gift subs. Thank you so much, guys. Seriously, to everybody, I really do appreciate it. Wow. Let's see here. Who was I gonna say? I was gonna talk about somebody. Who was it? Oh, Planet Neutral. Planet Neutral is another flight sim streamer. Great friend of the community. Just go follow everybody. Everybody go follow everybody. Sheesh. Wow. This is awesome. Thank you. Thank you very, very much, y'all. Thank you for your support. Got the alarms going off already. Heck yes. Whew. So let's see here. I wanted to ask Verse, did you see me flashing my lights at you? I wasn't sure if you could see that or not, but when you were flying, doing a low pass, I was flashing my lights at you. I don't know if you saw that or not, but Verse has been in the sim now for well over a half hour. I am not in the Kit Fox. Today I'm flying the 172, the 172X with the very near study level mod. Really not going to be flying too much in the mountains. Hamo Time with 300 bits, kicking off a hype train. Hamo Time, thank you so much for the 300 bits. Thank you for kicking off the hype train. And y'all, thank you for the support. I really, really do appreciate that. So no, I'm flying the Steam Gauges 172 today. My all-time favorite plane today. Okay, let me switch to the PC scene, and I'll show you where we're flying tonight. So this evening, it's evening for me, whatever time of the day it is for you guys. But we're gonna be flying from Pilot Point Airport. Kind of doing a little bit of zigzagging around, just honestly, because I didn't want to end this tour. Just to be honest with you, I did not want this to end. I'm loving Alaska. So we're kind of doing some zigzagging in some valleys. Tomorrow morning, we will pick back up here, do some more zigzagging through these valleys, and then end up, I think it's right in this area tomorrow. Bacon, thank you for the 100 bits. Lou Sadler, Viper Strike, wow. Viper Strike, what's happening? How are you doing? Oh no, Versh, are we having issues already? Viper Strike, welcome in. Viper Strike is an awesome flight sim streamer. Really does a lot of homework on his streams. Very engaging, great guy. Go give Viper Strike a follow right now. Go give him a follow. Lou Sadler, how are you doing? Welcome in also. Versh, yeah. Is anyone else having problems with the flight plan? I hope not. Classy, what is going on? So if you were not aware, I do have a new updated stream schedule. Hello time, thank you for 200 more bits. I appreciate that. I do have a new updated stream schedule, which is Sunday evenings, Monday evenings, Thursday evenings, and then Saturday mornings. It's just because my work schedule changed. I had to change my stream schedule a little bit, but welcome in everybody. If you would like to fly along, feel free to. Everyone's always welcome. No rules, just flight is my slogan. We are right now at Papa Alpha Papa November Airport. Feel free to load on in. You had an awesome stream yesterday from Strasbourg to Munich. You also appeared on another stream that same day. Oh, cool. Viper, that's awesome. So I am in the Steam Gauges 172 with a very near study level mod added to it. I see Captain Carlos is in, Uncle Bigfoot is in, Versh is flying around. I know Infidel Fireman is in the F-60. Holy crap. Look at all the people that are already here. Crunch is here. Versh is here. Infidel Fireman's here. Wow, this is amazing, y'all. What a way to start a stream. What a way to start a stream. Yeah, you were a Murph. Man, you know what? The more time I spend on Two-Tone Murphy streams, the more I really enjoy and appreciate him. Not that I didn't already, but oh man, I love that man's streams. Okay, let's jump into the plane. Turn the music down a little bit. So I am in the very near study level mod plane. This mod will not be available to the public until service update 10 drops. And then hopefully shortly thereafter, it'll be available on Just Flight. Oh, I would love to be on the Murph line, but I'll let that happen. I'm not going to ask him or anything like that. But I would love to be a guest. So let's get my checklist out. We'll get this going. But yeah, I asked the developer, he was on Philbert Flies, was flying this morning, and he was in Philbert's channel. And so I asked Skipper Jeff, one of the devs, when this would be available to the public. And he said after service update 10 drops, hopefully shortly after that, and Just Flight will have it. Just Flight's already seen it. They already approve of it. It's ready. Chronico, how are you doing, man? Good to see you. I am doing good. I'm doing good. You know, today was just a weird day for me. I just wasn't my usual, I don't know, energetic, happy self. And it's not that I was depressed. I just wasn't myself. But I tell you, and I mean this, as soon as I hit the live button, totally changed my mood. Thank y'all so much for the level 2 hype train. I really do appreciate the support very much. How do we do? 5 subs, 1,700 bits. Thank you guys for everyone who donated. Post those emotes. Post those emotes. All right, let's see here. Let's get this baby in the air. Parking brake is set. Fuel selector valve is already set to both. Fuel shutoff valve should be pushed in. Let's make sure. Yeah, fuel shutoff valve is pushed in. Did I have the wrong? Yeah, Bacon. I don't really know. It may be. But from the time I got up this morning, I just wasn't. I don't know. I just wasn't in. I don't know. Just wasn't myself. So the throttle 1/4 inch, and we're gonna go mixture out on cutoff, master switch, turn on the battery and the alternator. Beacon on. fuel pump on, and then we're going to go full rich until we see fuel flow. So what I'm going to do here, just so we can see the fuel flow is right here. It does. But I'm a very naturally very energetic, even though I'm a big guy, I'm very energetic and very positive and upbeat most of the time. But today it just wasn't me today, but I'm better now. So fuel pump on and full rich until we see fuel flow. And you can see this needle right here has moved. So we are now seeing fuel flow. So I'll turn the fuel pump off. All right, that's making sure that we're pumping fuel to our carburetor so that we won't have any issues. All right, mixture idle cut off again, fuel pump off, ignition start, and then both. Oh man, you've had COVID for the last 2 weeks. Uh-oh, what's wrong here? Oh, you know what? So one thing about this very near study level mod is that it will give you periodic failures. The more you fly in the plane, the more failures you get. So I got a feeling we've got a circuit breaker that's popped out. Let's check our circuit breakers really quick. I don't see any popped out. Oh, but there was one. I don't think I'm missing anything else, but I do see I had the volts light was on. Yeah, it is a nice chill song. You've had COVID the last 2 weeks. You've just been totally wrecked. Ended up taking today off from work. Oh, I know what my problem is. I had the mixture all the way down. There we go. I had my mixture leaned all the way out. That was my problem. Dude, Hemo time. I'm glad that you, so how are you feeling? Are you, I'm assuming that you're over the worst of the COVID now. I hope you are. See, so this is why you need a checklist. If I had paid attention to the checklist when I was in start and then both, then you advance smoothly to rich, which will then put fuel to the carburetor and it'll crank up. So now throttle to 1200 RPM. All right, throttle's at 1200. Can we turn on our lights? Avionics. And pitot heat if we need it. Let's see what the temperature is outside. It's 51 degrees outside. I'll check once we get up in the air just to make sure we're not going to need the pitot heat, but we should be good. Should be good. And the weather is horrible out here. I'm going to try to fly with live time and live weather. Let's just see what it does. If the weather looks too awful sketchy, then I'll switch. But for now, we'll leave the weather. We'll leave the weather like it is. All right, let's see here. I probably will fly hitting. Wait a minute. Oh, I know what this is. Okay. Hamo time, thank you for 2 gift subs to the community. Dude, thank you so much. Jeepin' guy, enjoy your gift sub. And Keo7, enjoy your gift sub courtesy Hamo time. Hamo time, thank you so very much for the support. I really, really do appreciate it. Why is my volts light still on? I'm concerned about this. Thank you so much for the gift subs to the community. Y'all enjoy your gift subs courtesy of Hamo time. ADF nav battery. Nomad, what is happening, dude? How are you doing? Nomad Aviator is another awesome flight sim streamer. Nomad is a, hang on a minute. Nomad is a tower controller on Microsoft Flight Sim, where he controls the same tower that he controls in real life. His full-time job is a tower controller, and he also plays one on Twitch at the same airport that he controls in real life. So I'm really confused about why I'm not charging. Hey, Papa's Gaming, what is happening? How are you doing, my friend? Papa's Gaming is another flight sim streamer, friend. Great guy. I spent some time over on Papa's channel. Yesterday, I think it was, Papa, wasn't it, that I spent over on your channel just hanging out, getting to talking to you a little bit? You know what? Okay, we're just gonna give it a try and see what happens. So let's taxi on back. We'll get a pushback. Let's go. If Skipper Jeff shows up, then I'll ask him about it and see what's up. Oh, that's right. I forgot you're on vacation. How's vacation been so far? Which I don't think you were going anywhere though, right? You were just kind of like a staycation, right? If I remember correctly. Wow, there's a bunch of people already flying around out here. Yeah, staycations are really, really nice. I like a staycation. I'm good with that. All right, let's roll. So I'm gonna fly out of runway 2, is that runway 26, I believe it is. Yeah, it is pretty bad weather. I'm gonna try flying in live weather to begin with. It would just see what it looks like. Hopefully it'll clear up in a little while. If it doesn't clear up, then I'll clear it up. But I'm gonna taxi on out to runway, I'm pretty sure that's runway 26. And I'll get lined up and then we'll see who all's flying along, because it looks like we have a ton of people flying along tonight. And again, I say this all the time. You'll hear me say it several more times. Everyone's always welcome to fly along. Fly what you want to and fly how you want to. No rules, just flight. One of these days, I'm going to surprise everybody and do an all rules, no flight stream. Like I'm going to just sit on the tarmac and that's it. No flight and like just fuss about the rules and stuff. Actually, I was in Arctic Turn stream yesterday as well. Hung out in Arctic Turn stream. And he said, I want to be the anti-Scruffy Tam where I have bare feet and my slogan's going to be no flight, just rules. And it was just hilarious. We just went on and on with it. It was hilarious. If any of y'all were in there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a lot of fun. Just having fun. Wow, a lot of new names in here also. Scoopist, I know your username from the forum. Hat Trick, what's up, Hat Trick? How are you doing? Welcome in, Hat Trick. We have got a bunch of people flying along tonight. I'm gonna jump out of the plane really quick. Oops. There. I'm gonna jump out of the plane really quick. Let's see who all's flying along. I also need to put my flaps up. So we got Aces Jaguar. We got Rods. Rods, welcome in again. Ace, stop ammo time. We got Scoopist flying along with us. And we've got someone right there beside me. Mario, Crunch, Chronico, Zero Tadpole, Tess, Momberry. Wow, so many people. I can't see all the usernames. This is amazing. Amazing. So once we take off, once I clear the end of the runway, we'll turn to a heading of 358 degrees, almost due north. But 358 degrees once we clear the runway. And I'm going to stay on live weather just until I find out if the weather is going to clear up. If it doesn't clear up, I'll make it clear, okay? All right. If everyone's ready, I'm going to jump into the plane and get ready to go. Park brake is off. Full throttle. Let's roll. So at 55 knots, I should be ready for a rotate speed. What's up, Emperor Kool-Aid? Welcome in. Happy Thursday evening to you. Papaws, we are on US East. US East server, and we are in the air. And I'm actually already clear of the runway. Paradox, what's up, dude? How you doing, Paradox? So DH Paradox is another flight sim streamer, also an American truck sim streamer. I had Paradox on my podcast, my most recent podcast. Paradox was a guest on it. It was really fun. I enjoyed getting to know Paradox, talking to him, about random things. It was a lot of fun. Welcome in, Paradox. Oh, thank you, Nomad. That means a lot, man. You're trying to get your head around ATS? Oh, are you really? You're trying ATS? Yeah, that's right. Paradox does his own podcast as well. It's called HHT, Heavy Haul Trucking. Go check it out also for your sins. So if you want to listen to my podcast, I dropped that episode almost a week ago now. It's got almost 30 listens, but you can type in !podcast and then get you the link to the podcast. And if you would like to be a guest on my podcast, I do have a running list of people who would like to be guests, and it's over on my Discord. So just post that you'd like to be a guest, and I'll put you in order. Thank you, Emperor Kool-Aid, for that.
Scarfitan, show us those
Pitched way up. Thank you for the sock command, Super Typhon. Yeah, Hat Trick, you are on the list. You are on the list already. You did post in there, and so I've got you in order. As soon as I'm in conversation with the second person in line right now, trying to work out my schedule and his schedule or their schedule, so we can get him on there. Oh, awesome! Thank you, Emperor Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, but Hat Trick, I've got you down, man. So my socks of the day, on the right foot, I've got my SpongeBob socks. On the left foot, they're white socks with black stripes. And that's actually Mickey Mouse. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's circles that have Mickey Mouse on them. And those are my socks of the day. Yeah, Infidel Fireman, for sure, dude. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, Infidel Fireman. Because I want to hear about this idea you have for me, too. Infidel Fireman's got an idea for our channel, Discord. My Discord channel, and I'm super excited about it as the channel has grown. Disco Stu, thank you for the 50 bitty cheer. I appreciate that. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, thank you, Paradox. You'll get to it in a couple weeks. Got a few more wrestling podcasts. Oh, cool. Yeah, thank you, Kool-Aid. Yeah. So how long is the flight? Ace of Twigs. It should be about 3 hours. Most of my streams are going to be about 3 hours long. This will be no exception. The next stream that's going to be really long is going to be on September, the first Monday in September. I don't know the date, but I'm off work. My wife does have to work, so I'm going to do a 2,000 follower celebration stream, a 2-year stream anniversary stream. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I think we're going to fly the Canadian Divide, the Continental Divide in Canada. It's like going to be a 7-hour flight of one huge valley in between large mountains. It should be absolutely gorgeous. We'll see. That's my plan right now. It could change. It could change. But yeah. I did some looking today, and that area of the world just looks phenomenal. Okay, no problem, Ace. Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate you being here for as long as you were able to, and that goes for anybody else. I know life is busy. We have other obligations, so fly along as long as you can. I appreciate you, Ace. Thank you, buddy. What? Look at this. Look at this. What? Wow. This is amazing. Yeah, Speedy, that is perfectly fine. I've got to get Robert on my list too. JP Navigator, thank you for the follow. JP Navigator, thank you so much for the follow also. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. For those of you that are new, and we do have several new people. In fact, we've got a big handful of new people flying along and in chat. Just a little bit about me. I'm Scruffy Tam. I've been a gamer since the late 1970s. Always had a love of gaming and just busyness with my hands. Hey, thank you for the first time chat also. Thank you for dropping the bass. So I've always loved working with my hands, and video games, you know, kind of, it's very good for you. You know, if you're a skilled hand person to do video games, good for hand-eye coordination also. So I've been a gamer since the late 1970s. I started streaming in September of 2020 just to share my love of gaming with other like-minded people. And then, oh, you know me from Kev Sim Corner. Nice. JP, thank you for that. Thank you for jumping in and following and saying hello. Cool. Speedy, you gonna do a stream tomorrow or Saturday? Speedy, I will be on the lookout for it. Tomorrow is pretty much open for me, best I know right now. Of course, that can change at any moment, but tomorrow's pretty much open for me. But I started streaming in September of 2020 as a variety gamer. I played any and everything, and then I discovered Microsoft Flight Sim in August of last year, and I started streaming it in September, and I have not looked back. So my channel has always been all about community, welcoming everybody, being very focused on chat, and I just love people, and that's what I want my channel to be about. Oh, nice, Paradox. I did see somebody. I was surprised. It was Arch NDA. I was totally blown away. Was doing American Truck Sim today. I was like, what? What is this? But yeah, Arch NDA was playing some American Truck Sim today, and I was totally shocked. Beelzy, what is going on? How are you doing? Yeah, in his stream title, he said he had got the Montana, the expansion. So Beelzy on Twitch is one of those people who knew me when I was a variety streamer. Beelzy is an amazing streamer. He has left Twitch and he's over on a platform called Trovo. A relatively, I don't know how long Trovo's been around, but a relatively new platform. Beelzy, go ahead and post your link, my friend. He wants some really good content. Beelzy is a variety streamer also, but he's also a DJ, so he's doing some DJ streams over there. Great guy. Great guy. Snackless Kerbal, what is going on? How are you doing? Welcome in. Beelzy, I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm doing really well. I was saying earlier on stream. Nice, Emperor, cool. I was saying earlier that I today was one of those really, really, really rare days when not that I was depressed, but I was just not at the level of energy that I usually am. And I guess you could say maybe I was a little bit depressed, but I mean, not, I wouldn't consider it depressed, just not myself. But I'm telling y'all, hitting the go live button totally is a mood changer for me. So I knew once I started streaming that I would totally feel better, and of course I do. So there's a link over for Beelzy over on Trovo, my good buddy. Hey, Gear Bear, what's happening? It is Friday Junior, Friday Eve, whatever you want to call it. I don't have to go into work tomorrow. I work from home tomorrow. So it's kind of a long weekend for me, in a way. You may have the Rona, but you can still fly like a maniac. Heck yeah. So Emperor Kool-Aid tells me that he is a streamer. I'm going to give Emperor Kool-Aid a follow and a shout out as well. Oh no, Hat Trick. Hat Trick, I am so sorry to hear that. Dude, and I'm glad to hear that. I have been through that. I lost my dad in 2009. My mom's still living, but I totally understand where you're coming from. And my thoughts and prayers are with you. If I can do anything for you, Hat Trick, DM me on Discord. You know, the one thing that I've always found, and I've always been told, whenever someone is grieving, it's always awkward, you know, when you go visit a family who's grieving. You never know what to say, but a lot of times just being there is all you have to say, just being there. So I'm glad that I can be here for you, and then that calms you. But yeah, I'm definitely keep you and your family in my prayers. So flying alone today, we got Infinite Fireman, we got Papa. Papa has joined in. Aqua Parsley. I like that username, Aqua Parsley. Mulberry Mochi. Mochi, I think it is. This goes through Infinite Fireman. What? Dude, it looked like you shot me. That was freaking wild, man. That was wild. Rods, Rusty Cages, Test. Wow. Captain Carlos, Verse, Jerdot. I'm sorry, I'm flying way off course. Rods, I'm just trying to call out all the names, but they're all jumbled together. This is amazing. So I am a lover of people, and that's what I want my channel to be. Just again, like I said earlier, somewhere where people can come and hang out, feel safe, and not be judged for, you know, whatever. And actually, I have talked to people off stream about a lot of different things. So classy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You love my socks every day. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that compliment. I still wish, and one of these days it's going to happen. I promise y'all, one of these days it's going to happen. This is a goal. I'm a very goal-oriented person. My goal is one day I'm going to have a sock sponsorship of some sort from some company. That's a goal. You're taking your lady flying, dude. Awesome. Monday, are you like going anywhere in particular, or are you just kind of flying in general? That's amazing. Congratulations. Yeah, you hope she likes it. Hopefully it doesn't end up like mine did, where I just barfed everywhere. Grumpy, welcome in. Grumpy Gordo, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you, Nomad. I appreciate it very, very much. I'm doing fantastic, Grumpy. Much better once I hit the go live button. It's just, I can't describe what hitting go live, how much I love hitting the go live button. Seriously. You hate to say it, but I might win the battle to get you on Microsoft Flight Sim. Hey, I'm going to keep on pushing. But now, Beelzy, you could take the route. So I know you don't know her, but Lena NDA. Some of y'all know Lena. It's Arch's other half. Lena messaged me on Twitter when I said something to her about flying a Microsoft Flight Sim one day, doing a Microsoft Flight Sim stream. She said, well, I'll do that whenever you play a different game. I said, ooh, that was a very smart comeback, because it's going to be a long time before you'll see me doing anything other than this. Farming down to Abreski or something? Sikorsky. Okay, nice. Nice. So how long of a flight is that? Yeah, Grumpy. I'm addicted, man. I am absolutely Beelzy. Death Crow, what is up, Death Crow? How are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Thursday evening for me. Whatever day it is for you and time. Welcome in. Happy whatever day it is for you. Each way in the back. Okay. Oh, nice. The other day you landed your first flight in a 747. What? How did that go for you, Emperor? How did that go for you? Philly, 50 people all waiting to share positively with you in the stream is an unbelievable high. We exchange a huge amount of energy together. We really do, Critico, and it makes, I just can't say it enough. And I hope y'all don't ever tire of me talking about how it affects me. Dude, what's up, Skipper Jeff? Man, I am so glad that you jumped in here, because I got a question for you. Happy Friday, 3 a.m. JP, dude, wow. That's super early for you. Skipper Jeff, welcome in. So Skipper Jeff, y'all, is the developer of this plane, that not the plane itself that I'm flying, but the modification to the plane that makes it very near study level. Emperor Jeff is one of the WB Sim developers. Great guy, very knowledgeable, and you do some pretty cool stuff in real life too, Skipper Jeff. I didn't know that until I was in Philbert's stream this morning. Get ready for bed, JP. I totally understand. It went okay. Definitely need more practice. Yeah, Emperor's Kool-Aid. I have flown a 747 one time. The takeoff, the flying was flawless. The landing, not so much. Let's just say that the airport I landed at now has a longer runway. You probably have to hop in after you eat. Yeah, jump in anytime, and that goes for anybody else. Skipper Jeff. Oh, never mind. So I had a Volt light on. I think I know why it was on. I had a Volt light on earlier, and this is one of the reasons why I love this mod so freaking much, Jeff. Before stream, I was playing around with the plane, and I left the battery and the alternator switches turned on for a little while with navigation lights on. Didn't mean to, totally did not mean to. But the battery power didn't go low enough to where the plane wouldn't start. Yes, the voltage was below 24.6. Yep, it was 23 something. So the plane cranked up, but the volt light was still on. And I was going to ask you about it if you came in, but I just noticed it's out, and that's because the alternator has charged the battery above 24 24.6 degrees. And y'all, if you're looking for a mod on a plane that is that accurate and that just detailed, when this mod drops, the 172X mod drops on Just Flight shortly after Service Update 10 drops, you've got to get it. Sterlo, what is happening? Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Sterlo Gaming is another flight sim streamer. I spent some time in Sterlo's channel this week, actually. I think a few days, actually. Sterlo's a great streamer. Go check out Sterlo. Give him a follow. Really enjoyed hanging out in your streams this week. Sterlo streams really early my time, so I don't get a chance to spend a whole lot of time in there, but it was really cool checking it out. Nice. Jeff, dude, y'all have done a phenomenal job. An absolutely bang up job on this. I'm just blown away every time I fly it. Oh, you picked up your new HODOS. What HODOS did you get? Oh, you know what? Disco Stew? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let me get some flaps up. So I'm going to do a touch and go at this airport. Papa Alpha, India. I'm gonna have to slide this one in. Oh, that's what I've got. I've got an X56. It is amazing. So y'all, if you're flying along with me, I am gonna do a touch and go here. I'm side slipping right now. Trying to bleed off some altitude and some speed. There is, Speedy, there is. Go to flightsim.to and look up pushback tool, and it's free. And it does a fantastic job. JP, sleep well, my friend. Very nice seeing you again. Take care and hope to see you again soon. I'll be back Saturday morning my time. So about Saturday morning, which is noontime Zulu. Should be a little bit earlier for you Saturday morning. It is beautiful. It is beautiful gear for sure. I've got it. I don't use it because I normally fly this plane. So again, this will just be a touch and go if I don't hit the grass first. I bled off a little bit too much speed and altitude there. All right, here we go. All right, we've touched and now we're heading back up. What time is that? Is Eastern Standard Time is 8 a.m. So I'll be flying Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, it's got a ton of buttons. The X56 has a lot of switches and buttons that I have never used. 2 p.m. for you. That's awesome, JP. Yeah, that's a much more manageable time for you, I would think anyways. One of these days, I really need to get back in the Cessna 414 by Fly Simware. I've seen so many people flying it, and I know it's an amazing plane. I've got it. Oh, I know, right, Skipper Jeff? Thankfully, I don't have that version yet. But yeah, as part of the 172X mod that Skipper Jeff has developed, if you click on that link that he just posted, it'll show you what'll happen. Just like in real life, you will break your gear, which I love that detail. Oh, you're heading up in the Trilander. Nice, Necklace. Welcome in. As someone who was a service manager for 14 years at an automotive dealership, I'm a very detail-oriented person, so I really, really appreciate the detail that you guys put into this plane. All right, back into the cockpit for a little while for me. You have to lurk and work. No problem. Hey, Sterlo, I totally understand. Thank you for being here, and welcome again from Australia. Sterlo Gaming from Australia. Great streamer. I promise, if y'all follow Sterlo, you won't regret it. So we've got about 30 nautical miles to our next airport. Rolly Mall, what is happening, dude? How are you doing? Rolly Mall is another Australian flight sim streamer, great friend of the community. How are you doing, Rolly? Really good to see you this morning. Welcome in. Tam the OG, hey babe. Tam the OG is my daughter, who I love so much. My one and only daughter. Spent some time with her this afternoon. Gonna spend some time with her tomorrow, actually, as well. She is carrying my third grandchild. I'm glad you're doing good, Rolly. Dude, I'm so sorry I have not caught any of your recent streams. Just the time difference is a little bit just kind of weird.
First of all,
LK2 program. Like 2, is that like 2 program? Lick 2 program? Welcome in, program. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for the follow, program. I appreciate that. I hope it's okay if I call you program. Welcome in. Dougal McTavish, dude, it's late for you, man. How are you doing? Dougal McTavish is a member of, that makes sense. Dougal McTavish is a member of the Shadow Display team. An amazing group of formation flyers on Twitch. Y'all, if you don't follow the Shadow Display team, if you haven't heard of them, I'm telling you, if you don't follow anyone else, go follow the Shadow Display team. Dougal, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Like the program, that makes sense. Better than what I was saying. Thank you for the first time chat, like. I appreciate that. Yeah, Rolly, the time difference, usually I see your stream announcements after your stream's already over, unfortunately, but one of these days I'll see it. I'm going to be able to join again. Also today, I was, you know what? I don't know that I'm at liberty to say what I was gonna say, so I'm not gonna say it. If Chunky comes in here from the FS Thunderbirds, then I'll ask him if I'm able to mention it. But I know they're practicing right now. So I'm a member of the FS Thunderbirds, and we practice on Thursday evenings. But I told him that stream takes priority over a lot of things, and it does take priority over the Thunderbird practice. Won't be modding too much, eating dinner and relaxing. No problem, Tam. I totally get it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a mod. Just got Steam gauges for Caravan. Oh, did you really? Nice. I have not got that yet. Aviator Dan, triple aught. Welcome in. How are you doing, Aviator? Aviator Dan, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. How are you doing today? And so, gosh, we got, thank you, Infidel. We got so many new people in here today. Just let me extend once more an invitation to anyone who would like to fly along this evening. You feel free to fly what you want to fly, and fly how you want to fly. We've got a bunch of people flying along this evening, spread out all over the place, but fly what you want to. We're on US East server, and the closest airport is right here. Thank you, Tam, for shouting at Aviator Dan. Dude, I'm doing really, really well, Aviator. Thank you so much for asking. Life is good. Life is good. So we got Stalker, we got Mumberry, we got Jerdot, we got Mario, Captain Carlos. We got Rusty Cages, Zero Tadpole, Snackless, Disco Stew, Infinite Fireman, Chronico, DH, Paradox. Thank you for flying along, Paradox. Crunch, Papa, and Verse. All flying along. I think that covers everybody. I may have missed somebody. If I did, I apologize. I did miss somebody right there. Right there. I missed a couple people right there. Zero Tadpole. Missing all kinds of people. Sorry about that. So Aviator Dan, you are a streamer. I gotta give you a follow, dude. Uh-oh. There we go. Follow to Aviator Dan. I love supporting other people. I love people, and I love supporting other streamers. So you never know when I'm gonna pop into your stream and hang out. You stream every now and then, airline pilot. So you try to fly the 737 since 13. Oh, dude, you mostly just drink whiskey. Oh, that's okay. Aviator Dan, no worries at all, dude. That's awesome, man. So you're a 737 pilot. I've met a few people now in my chat that are pilots in real life. That's really cool. Do you fly in the United States or somewhere else in the world? Yeah, no problem, Aviator Dan. Oh no, we've got a if anyone wanted to know what the Coronado sound glitch sounded like, this is it. So I'm not sure what, that's really weird. I have not heard this sound glitch in a long time. What's up, KW? Welcome in. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. That's all right. Ruffy? That's happened to you before. You've had some success going into audio settings and switching the devices around. Oh, you can't quite hear it here. 1 minute. So you can, this plane doesn't sound like it normally does sound. It's hard to describe. So I've flown the 172 for almost a year now, so I know this plane inside and out. But it's a glitch that sounds The best way I can describe it, like a generator running. So Coronado planes used to do this, and they had an update last week that fixed it. This is the first time I've heard a glitch like this, and it may not be a Coronado. This may be another plane glitch. Yeah, as long as it's not quiet, we're still safe. Yeah, and it doesn't really bother me that much. I fly inside and outside the cockpit pretty equally, but yes, as long as it's not quiet, we're good for sure. Death Crow, it sounds like the Coronado sound glitch. If you're familiar with it, if you're familiar with the sound glitch from inside the cockpit, it seems to be back this evening, and I don't know. Not that it really matters. I mean, it does matter to me because anyways, it just, I haven't heard this in a long time. So even though my engine RPM is steady, you can hear the engine sounds fluctuating a little bit. So it kind of screws you up somewhat as a pilot, that you think you're accelerating and decelerating when you're really not. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick up on unless you're super familiar with a 172. Nice. This is a B-18. Is that the B-18, right? Yeah, Paradox flying the Beechcraft 18 there. So it used to happen whenever someone would fly the stagger wing, most especially. The stagger wing was really bad to do it. But I've had a lot of people. Infinite Fireman, dude, it's been a long time since we have had a test question posted. Thank you for that. Oh, because I've got the F-16, Papa. Do you have the F-16? If an aircraft is equipped with a fixed pitch propeller and a float type carburetor, the first indication of carburetor ice would likely be engine. Nope, no. I think it's engine roughness. It could be loss of engine RPM first. Yeah, that's why, Papa. So if you don't have a particular plane, then yeah, I think it's engine roughness too, and then you get some loss of RPM, although it could happen at about the same time. Oh, okay, yeah, Speedy. If anyone could get the link for the pushback tool in flightsim.to and post it, I would appreciate it. Do that for Speedy, please. A, B, and C. I'm pretty sure it's just, I think it's going to be B. I know that you would definitely feel some engine roughness, and you would definitely lose engine RPM, and they may happen. Right. Yes, in chat. Yeah, you should be able to post links in chat, Death. That would be amazing if you do that. Thank you, Deathcrow. There you go, Speedy. Deathcrow just posted it. Oh yeah, of course. I don't mind links in chat. It's been a long time. In fact, since I've been a flight sim streamer, I've had zero issues with anything. So you'll notice I have very few mods. And it's just because the flight sim community is so amazing. All right, so we got two small airports we're coming up on. One is Naknek and one is South Naknek. We're coming up on South Naknek, and then I'm gonna make a heading change to a 90 degrees heading once we get to this airport. I think I will do a touch and go from runway 13. So I'll do a touch and go from runway 13 here. I'm gonna jump into the plane. You know, although it has been kind of cloudy and overcast, at least it hasn't been like pea soup cloud. It's been, for the most part, you know, we can still see. You're feeling accomplished in flight sim. Congratulations. What have you done? Oh, dude, Hamo time. I love this plane so much. So I originally bought just the base Microsoft Flight Sim, but once I learned that this plane was part of the deluxe package, and this is the plane that I would be flying during my pilot lessons, that's why I turned around and had to buy Microsoft Flight Sim all over again just for this plane. But I bought the deluxe version, and I'm very glad I did. And then people like Skipper Jeff and his team that do mods, just an amazing job, absolutely bang up job on this. Oh, is it raining hard for you on live weather? More confident in your landings. Learn to start the 247, the DC-6 manually. Congratulations. The 247 is quite a feat to, I mean, if you started the 247 on your own, that's pretty good. I've got the DC-6, but I've never flown it nor cranked it. But the 247 is not an easy creature to start up. So good job on that. All right, so there's the airport. I see both come on now. There we go. See both runways. Yeah, the 247, you've got to do everything in a very, very particular sequence and in the correct order. And although it's super frustrating, it's totally realistic, and I love it because of that. Yes, exactly, Death Crow. Yep, that's it. But again, what I love about this mod is, as a former technician and an automotive technology instructor right now, I love that things work like they should work in real life, because that's exactly the way that plane should do in real life. This is exactly the way this plane should behave in real life. And it's another one of the many, many things I love about Microsoft Flight Simulator. Fire Sandy, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. Always good to have our friend Fire Sandy along with us. So we got one airport right here to our right. That's the one I'll be flying into. But there is another airport just across this body of water as well, that's named the same name, except this is the south version of it. Oh, no problem, Tam. So once again, Tam the OG is my one and only daughter, and one of the really about the only active mod that I have on my channel. No, so Aviator Dan, typically what I do on my streams is I'll do some sort of a some sort of a series, I guess. I was trying to think of the right term for it. Some sort of a series. And so what I've been doing is a series that I call the Connections Tour. We're connecting Asia to North America. So we started this out. Wow, I'm really, really low. I'm about to hit the trees. We started this out in Vietnam, and we flew the Pacific Rim all the way to Alaska. So right now we're in Alaska currently. And tomorrow we'll actually, no, not tomorrow, Saturday we'll wrap up this tour. We'll be done with the Connections Tour Saturday. See, I usually do some sort of series, and then, oh shoot, I just Harrison Forded. I'm gonna go around. Whoa, that was freaking close. Wow, that was horrible. That was horrible. For those of y'all new to the channel, this is not my typical way of flying. I usually fly as real as possible. I was way off on the airport. My apologies for that. I'm gonna fly into this runway. Sheesh. You suppose they have? I missed something. 1 minute. It was on purpose, just doing a flyby. There you go. I love it. I like that, man. Thank you. Do you suppose they have flight wars over their territory? Oh, Death Grow, I'm not sure. Need the bar fag now for sure. Yes. All right, here we go. This is just going to be a touch and go here. And I'll touch and go right into this runway here. It worked out well anyways, because the winds are blowing right at my head, landing in this runway anyway. So this will just be a touch and go, y'all. And then we'll keep on rolling. So yeah, I started out, Aviator, doing a coast-to-coast US tour when I first started streaming Microsoft Flight Sim. And then I did one called Between Two Oceans. We flew, wow, that was horrible. That was horrible. We flew a lot of the islands between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. And then I said, hey, you know what? We may as well continue flying the islands in the Pacific while we're at it. Oh, Snackless, changing the oil on your ground real quick. You're overpressuring the engines, no problem. Oh, Death Crow. That totally went over my head, dude. I had no idea what you were talking about. Now I understand. Thank you, Death Crow. Thank you for explaining yourself, because I had no idea. We did do a Hawaii tour also. I forgot about that. After I did the Coast to Coast US, we did tour all the Hawaiian Islands. So after this, who knows? I don't know what I'll do after this. I'm thinking maybe Africa. I'm not sure. You'll be loading in shortly? No problem, dude. Thank you, Death Crow. South America? You know, ooh, South America is a good one too. South America is a good idea as well. For my Labor Day off, which is the first Monday of September, we'll be flying the Canadian Continental Divide. Infinite Fireman, I totally really did think about that. Doing the Pan American Highway. That's what the same thing that Splasher 6 did. He did the Pan American Highway from the tip of South America all the way up. So that is a thought, because it may work out. No, it wouldn't work out. We'd be way past there by then. I was gonna say it may work out that by the time we get to the Continental Divide, that would be my day off, but I think we'd be past that. I'll think about it. Good idea. Thank you. Planning a few tours for the 247 and DC-6 with the California coast and South America. The California coast is absolutely beautiful. I flew a lot of the California coast during my coast to coast US tour. Fire Sandy, how are you? For Africa, would I do Cape Town to Cairo? Most likely, yes. From the south, from the tip of Africa to the north, but it's such a huge continent. Excuse me, I really don't know. I'm just running ideas through my, running ideas through my head. Probably in between this series and whatever the next series is going to be, we'll just do some chill flights. Maybe even, I even thought, well, let me ask you this.
Hello.
Thank you, Tam. Thank you for the lurk, Tam.
Is it me you're lurking for?
Can you do the challenges multiplayer? I don't think you can you? You can't do the challenges in Microsoft Flight Sim with viewers, correct? You're just on your own. So I thought about doing that, but then that would isolate everybody, and I don't want that because I love the group flights. I want people to be able to be involved. Oh, you're flying Airbuses. Nice, Fire Sandy. Excuse me. And then after, in the new year, at the beginning of the new year, I'm going to do a Battle of Britain series where we'll be learning about the Battle of Britain, flying some of the airfields that were involved in the Battle of Britain, and just talking about the history of it. And of course, flying Spitfires. So kind of a historical stream as well. And I'm super excited about that. And again, Dougal McTavish and Captain Spitfire, huge thanks to you guys. Yeah, dude, it will be absolutely amazing. And I've gotta, I would be remiss. In fact, I would feel really bad if I didn't thank Dougal McTavish and Captain Spitfire for helping me with that. You followed Sky Command around on bush trips and landing challenges. You think it is possible? Oh, really? Okay. You'll fly the 247 with snacks for all. Ooh, snackless. Wait a minute though, snackless. Hang on now. How are you, snackless, gonna be flying with snacks? Explain yourself, sir. Or, I'm sorry. Sorry for assuming. Explain yourself, my friend. You can't have them. That's the rule. So also, if you're new to the channel, I have a slogan here. My slogan is no rules, just flight. And that means fly what you want to and fly how you want to. I just want you to be happy flying. We all love flight and flying, and I want you to be happy flying along with me. One of these days, just to troll you guys, I'm going to change the stream title to No Flight, Just Rules and see who notices. Hide them in Scruggy socks. Hey. I can't say that I've never done that. Nice aerobatics. Good job right in front of the plane. I love it. I love the air shows. I love the flybys. So fly by me at Mach speed if you want to. Do aerobatics in front of me if you want to. It does not bother me at all. In fact, it's quite entertaining, to be honest with you. So when I say fly what you want to and how you want to, I totally mean it. NATO, I see you up there. Thank you for flying along. Dang, Discos, dude, that was amazing. Good job. Oh yeah, for sure. Infidel Fireman, thank you for posting that. If you're on Twitter, and I've even got it in my Discord too, sir. If you're in my Discord, when I was a teenager, and I'm talking a teenager, I had just started driving maybe 2 or 3 years. Let's see, 15, 16, yeah, I was probably 2 years. I'd been driving for 2 years. My aunt and uncle from 1,000 miles away were visiting, and my uncle videoed everything. And it really got on people's nerves, but I'm so thankful now that he did. So I had a Volkswagen Bug that I was in love with, and I had done a bunch of mods to. I discovered video of it from 1985. 1985, my 1972 Bug from 1985. Me screaming down my mom and dad's street in it, and him videoing me. So it's in my Discord. And Disco Steve, shut up. It's in my Discord, and it's also on Twitter too. If you're on Twitter, just look me up. Used to that with candy at the movie theaters. His mom wouldn't pay $5 for $1 popcorn, right? Exactly. And the movie theaters gotta know what's going on. I mean, people coming. It sounded like my plane stopped running. People coming in with like book bags and backpacks and stuff to the movies. They gotta know what's going on. That you're smuggling food in. I mean, really? Like a diaper bag and your kid's 13. New animated Scruffy Bug. Ooh, Super Typhon. Dude, you just gave me a really good idea. Ah, man, I wonder. Man, I gotta do that. Super Typhon. I drew the line at Ice Chest. Oh man, like what's the diaper bag for? My 13-year-old still needs it. Yeah, I'm gonna send that over to my artist soon. I'll send her a screenshot of it so she can color it the same color that mine was. So I had just, when you watch the video, if you watch it, the Bug's original color was red. But I had tried to suicide the doors. Now again, I was taking automotive in high school, okay? And I'm not a body guy. I don't like body work, but I was gonna make my doors suicide. What suicide doors are, instead of opening from the back of the door, I was gonna have the doors open from the front of the door. Well, I totally screwed up my original doors trying to suicide them. So I've got the back end of the Bug and the roof are red. The doors are cream colored. The front end is white because I just chopped off the whole front end of the vehicle and bought a fiberglass tilt front end for the front of it. Because y'all, that Bug would haul butt. That thing would haul butt, and it would pull the front wheels off the ground from the start. If I hammer down on it and pop the clutch, it would pull the front wheels off the ground. Oh, I love that Bug so much, and I hate I ever sold it, but you know, we do things like that when we were younger. You were the creator of the only emote for Fabio. Well, you didn't make it. Emeka and Fabio really liked my idea, and Emeka made that emote just 5 minutes. So on every sub greeting, we all spam it. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize that. Ibanez, dude, what is up, Ibanez? How are you doing? Thank you so much for the resub, my friend. Ibanez Player is another amazing streamer, a great flight simmer, really cool guy. Go give Ibanez Player a follow. Thank you so much for the resub, Ibanez. I appreciate that, man. Just that comment reminded you one of the best things you ever heard in Jamaica is they drive on the opposite side of the road. So the driver told us the left side is the right side and the right side is the whoa. That's true. It says only subs and it is meant to look like OnlyFans. Oh yeah, for sure. That's awesome, man. I love it. Vlad, welcome in, Vlad. How are you doing, Vlad? I spent some time in your channel today. I was lurking. I didn't want to start chatting because I knew I wasn't gonna have time to chat a lot. So I just hung out in chat for a little while. How you doing, Vlad? So Vlad is another streamer. Vlad is a variety streamer. Good to see him, my friend, and a longtime member of the community here. Vlad, so good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Let me give Vlad a shout out really quick. You're welcome for the lurk, man. Lurkers mean a lot. Ibanez, how are you doing, man? Good to see you. Ibanez, did you get a shout out? Let me make sure that it automatically shouted you out. Yeah, I did. Okay. Wanted to make sure my bot's doing its job, you know.
Scruffy, show us those.
Working. Want to make sure my bot's paying for its paycheck, doing its stuff. Ibanez for the sock command. Trying to get the most out of summer. Yeah, dude, I totally understand that. I have been doing fantastic, man. Really, really well. Thank you, Vlad. So my socks of the day on the right foot, I've got SpongeBob on the right. Over on the left, I've got my white socks with black stripes on them, and it's actually in these circles are Mickey Mouse. So I got Mickey Mouse on the left. I've got SpongeBob on the right. Those are my socks of the day. Thank you for that. Ibanez, I'm doing fantastic, man. Doing really, really well. Super type on not drinking pints with Sir Murphbot. Right? Yeah, exactly. Make sure it's not hanging out with Murphbot. Exactly. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm doing well. I was telling everybody at the start of stream, today was one of those really unusual days where, not that I was depressed, but I wasn't as upbeat as I normally am. So I guess I was slightly depressed or something. And just hitting the go live button on a stream, totally changes my attitude. And so I knew that I had a stream, and it's totally changed my mood. KW, thank you so much. Oh no, that was Ibanez. Thank you for the gift sub to KW. I appreciate that. We do have depressing moments, and I really hesitate to call it depressed, because I know a lot of people who suffer with depression. And we're on US East. We're on US East. So I know people who suffer with depression, and I hesitate to call what I had depression. But anyways, I'm good now. I mean, just hitting the live button, it's like a shot of something in the arm. Yeah, we all have off days, exactly, but it's very, very rare that I have an off day, and today was one of them. But y'all have totally changed that around with the group flights and everything else. But honestly, and I mean this, just hitting the go live button, knowing that there's going to be people here with me, is enough. But thank you. All right, I'm going to fly outside the cockpit now for a little while. I love this. I love when there's a bunch of people flying along. It makes me so happy. This and a busy chat is just where it's at. Let me get a screenshot really quick. There we go. Deathcrow, you're still not seeing anybody, and you are on US East, right? Okay. And just to double check, Death Crow, type in exclamation multi and make sure that you have your settings set to what my bot tells you they should be. Hopefully my bot is still doing its job. I make my bot do a lot of stuff. And it's amazing these things are free, actually. I use a free bot. It's amazing what all it does for nothing. Oh yeah, Paradox, the Beechcraft 18, I've got it. And that's the only reason why I bought it, was just so when someone's flying along with me in that plane, I can see it like it should be. NATO, I can actually see you, NATO. So you should have everything right in yours, set up in yours. I'm tempted to change the time of day, but I'm just digging this live weather right now. It's just beautifully overcast. I'd love to see what the sunrise is going to look like or sunset, but I really don't want to screw with it because it looks nice like it is. Yeah, you're really good, NATO. I have seen you for quite some time, so you're in good shape. Oh, Death Crow, what's wrong? Oh, nice. Momberry, sweet. If you're in my Discord, Momberry, please post a picture of it. I do have that. Yep, I do have that. Nice, Death Crow. Now let's see if I can see you. Yeah, there we go. There's Death Crow. You're in the stagger wing, right? Nice. Thank you, Mom Berry. When you brave GA, you'll join me on a flight. For now, you enjoyed chilling with this in the background while on ATS. Gonna call it a night. No problem. Hey, Nomad, thank you so much, man, for being here. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for your kind comments about the podcast. And dude, I'll see you on one of your streams soon. Thank you. So again, Nomad Aviator is an amazing flight sim streamer, a tower controller in real life at Toronto, right? Am I right about that, Nomad, in Toronto? You just bought the Stagger Wing last night? Nice. Yeah, the Stagger Wing's pretty sweet. I've got it. I've got the Stagger Wing. It's another one of those planes I've never flown. Most of the planes I buy, I just buy for model matching in the sim with these group flights. Heathrow, Dubai, and now Toronto. Nice. So Nomad Aviator controls Toronto in real life, but also controls it in VATSIM on his streams. Great guy. Please go give Nomad Aviator a follow. Really cool guy. It gives you the joy of the T6 with a more unique look. Yes, it does. Yep. Man, just look at this beauty. Is this not just beautiful? Looking ahead at the snow-capped mountains, being lit by the sun when we're in, you know, in cloud cover. Oh, that's so freaking gorgeous. You're welcome, Nomad. Take care of yourself, man. I do too, Death Crow. Although I rarely ever fly them in the sim. I do fly them some off stream, but I rarely ever fly them in the sim. But yeah, I love the World War II era planes. And like the Beechcraft 18 and the Electra, the design of those planes are also really classic, amazingly beautiful planes. It's like they're just works of art. All right, so it looks like we're gonna fly right into this channel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yep. We're just gonna fly right over this lake. This is
Hello.
I can't read
Is
the
it
name
me
of it.
you're lurking for?
I was gonna tell you the name of the lake, but I don't know the name of it and I can't read it. Oh, here we go. Oh well, something Arm Lake, and it just disappeared on me. Ibanez Player, thank you so much for the lurk, and dude, I appreciate you resubbing and then gifting a sub to KW as well. Thank you so much for that. Enjoy your snacks. Oh, Versus in the RV-14, another plane that I have, but I've never flown. I hear really good things about the RV-14. Now, Jerdot's in the Beechcraft 36. I have flown the Beechcraft Bonanza G36 in my coast to coast United States tour. The very first thing that I did when I first started streaming flight sim, that's what I did, and I flew that plane for a good part of it. John Pookie's flying the Goose, or is that the Goose or the Widgeon? You've been looking at the JU5 next, but you really need to stop. Yeah, Death Crow. It can seriously become a big money drain for sure. The Goose. Okay, thank you, Commander John Pookie. Welcome in, Commander John Pookie. By the way, Commander John Pookie is one of the reasons I wanted to ask you that and make you chat, John, is so I can shout you out. Commander John Pookie is another flight sim streamer on Twitch. Great guy. Let me give John Pookie a shout out. Yeah, dude, that rainbow looks amazing, doesn't it? I'm gonna jump out of the plane in a minute and get some screenshots of it. But John Pookie, Commander John Pookie, is another flight sim streamer on Twitch. I'm a member of his Discord also. Go give him a follow, check him out, hang out with him in his streams. I have been a gamer. Let's see if I can make this rainbow like right on top of my wing. I've been a gamer since the 70s. And of all the games I have ever played, and I've played a lot of them, nothing has ever grabbed me and dragged me in like this has. You're in your goose, but you fly it like a widgeon? Heck yeah. So now we'll just follow this river for a little while. Lima! What's going on? How are you doing? Good to see you, Lima. I have been seeing you stream a lot. And I'm sorry that I have not had a chance to come in and say hello, but I wanted you to know that I have been seeing that you've been streaming, but this week at work, it's been kind of busy and I've not had a chance to come in and hang out. But good to see you. Lima is another streamer, a flight sim streamer on Twitch. Let me give Lima a shout out. Come on, shout out button. Work. You're welcome, Lima. And the only reason a lot of times that I'll come in and I don't say anything is because I really feel bad if I'm at work and I'm just busy. If I say hello, then I feel like I need to be there for a little while to carry on the conversation. So a lot of times I'll just jump in someone's channel and lurk without saying anything. So there's a shout out for Lima. playing Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Very nice. NATO, it looked like you were landing up there. Are you going to try to land there? Did you land? Me too, let's chat. You don't want to bug people. Oh, no problem, Fire Sandy. I love a busy chat though. And you know, I like to talk, Fire Sandy, right? You know that because you fuss at me too much about chatting. The 2006 era. Oh, is that what that is? Okay. That's the 2006 era. Thank you. Fire Sandy's always telling me less chat, more flying. But I just can't do it. And also, if you'd like my liveries, and this goes for anybody, of course, there's no requirement to get them. But if you'd like them so you can see my plane as you see it on stream, they're available for free on flightsim.to. There's one available for all versions of the 172. There's one for all versions of the Kit Fox, and one for all versions of the Kodiak. And I think that's it. I've got one for the 414 Chancellor, but I don't think it's going to work anymore. They've made so many updates to the paint coating on that plane. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, okay, Fire Sandy, I understand. Need a F-16 scruffy livery. Oh, dude, that would be cool. Infidel. You see Beacon and Tail? That's because you need my livery. I haven't seen Ewald in a while. I hope Ewald's okay. I'm sure he's just busy. I know he stays really busy doing developing stuff as well. Awesome, Lima. I will jump in and say hello sometime then. Good deal, Death Crow. So you're caught up? Nice. Lurking. You know what I think I'll do, maybe in between series, once we finish the connections tour before I start my next one, I may fly the 414 somewhere, just because it's been a little while. Because it really is a well-made plane. And again, I'm always down for suggestions. I've got in my Discord, I've got an area for flight plans. I'm not where I post my flight plans, but also for flight suggestions on where you suggest that we fly. So I'm always open for suggestions on that channel. If you'd like to post some suggestions on where you think we should fly next, and I'll definitely take them into consideration. Look at how beautiful this is, right in this valley with all just kind of surrounded by mountains and water. Disco Stew, I am not set to ultra. I was set to ultra. No, I wasn't. I think I'm on high. I don't think I've ever tried them on ultra before. I'm afraid to try them on ultra because it looks so good like it is right now. What country are we in? We are in Alaska, actually. Oh, Lima. It's a program called Sim Toolkit Pro. Sim Toolkit Pro. And Disco Stew, if you look in my Discord under the MSFS help section, at the very beginning of it, I think I've got them pinned there. I've got all my settings posted there as well. But I'm pretty sure I'm just high. I don't think I'm ultra. In fact, I know I'm not ultra, but I think I'm high. You're welcome, Lima. I would post the link, but I'm afraid I'd crash trying to look up the website. You're welcome, Disco Stew. I will say this though, I am super impressed for my PC being what it is at how well it runs Microsoft Flight Sim with no drop frames and no lag. Death growth. Oh no, now you're very laggy for some reason on that's strange. It must be on your end because I'm showing no drop frames and everything is looking good on my side. Back into the plane I go. So we'll follow this river now for quite a little ways. Yeah, Deathcrow, you're not showing up weird because I've got the plane that you're flying. That's why. Papa's in the 172. Oh, Papa, so to get this version of the plane, you have to buy the deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Sim. That's why. I originally just bought the base version of Microsoft Flight Sim, but once I decided I wanted to take pilot's lessons, I bought the deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Sim just so I could have this plane with gauges, because I love gauges. I would much rather have gauges than a glass cockpit any day. Oh yeah, Lima, I totally understand. Sleep well, my friend. Really, really good to see you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Do not give me subs. What's happening? Your third favorite Twitch streamer. Man, I need to become your first. I'm just kidding. What's up? Do not give me subs. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. At least it's Thursday for me. Happy whatever the day of the week it is for you. How you doing? Do not give me subs. I mean, I'm a big guy. I could put on a bikini if that's what you want. If that's what you want, I can put on a bikini. I'm just kidding. Good to see you. Oh, you forgot to switch fuel tanks. Oh no. Are you out of fuel? That happens. Got to invest in a hot tub, right? Yeah, you won't. You know, well, the only time you'll see a hot tub stream from me is possibly during Flight Sim Expo next year. If I decide to broadcast live from FS Expo when I'm in a hot tub with some other streamers. Other than that, it ain't happening. I am telling you, there is a chance. There is a chance, yes. You must roll on. No problem. Infinite Fireman's like, I'm getting out of here. No problem, Fireman. Thank you so much, dude, for being here. Thank you for flying along. Take care of yourself. And thank you for what you do for your full-time job as well in real life. I appreciate you. Never say never, Scruff. It just depends on how many drinks you've had. I know, Disco Stew, and that's scary. It is scary. You know, I thought about putting autopilot on for a little while this evening, but I've done that for the past several streams, and it's been a little while since I've hand flown the plane. I just love to hand fly it, so I'm just going to continue hand flying tonight. Johnny Brownstein, I love that name. Johnny Brownstein, never seen that name in chat in the sim before. Not sure if they're with us or not. I'm pretty sure Danko is, and I know NATO is. Oh, no doubt, it really would be subs. It would be. So my understanding is at the last Flight Sim Expo last year, there were several streamers that were in a hot tub and they live streamed on their phones, just kind of chilling out in the tub. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it might get expensive with water damages for sure. Yeah, so there won't be a Microsoft Flight Sim hot tub stream for sure. But it may be Microsoft Flight Sim streamers hot tub stream. Quay-haired, what's up, dude? How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. So Quayert is a good friend of the community here, also a streamer himself. How you doing, Quayert? The scenery with the bright yellow plane looks amazing. Oh, I bet it does, because it's just kind of blah. Right now, it's just kind of bland with gray and white. But it has been changing back and forth, so I'm gonna leave live weather alone. It's not been as bad as I thought it was gonna be initially. John Pookie goosing it out here. Yeah, Quayer, this is my new stream schedule, dude. My new stream schedule is Sunday nights, Monday nights, Thursday nights, and then my typical Saturday mornings. Percy, it has been a long time. How are you, Percy? So good to see you. It's me. Percy has been a friend of the community since before I was a flight sim streamer, well over a year. How are you doing, Percy? Good to see you.
First of all, I'm
Cat IX, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Cat, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. I'm Scruffy Tam, a flight sim streamer extraordinaire. Not really, not extraordinary. I'm just a flight sim streamer. Welcome in. How are you doing? Are you a flight simmer? You miss me playing Stardew, right? I forget. Yeah, so that's another game I used to play. I used to play Stardew Valley, y'all. So my socks of the day. One of these days, I'm going to surprise y'all with a stream that's not flight sim related, but it'll be a little while. Been simming for about 4 months. Welcome to the addiction cap. So it must have you pretty tightly held in its grips like it has me. Socks of the day. On the right foot, I've got my SpongeBob socks. On the left foot, I've got my white socks with black stripes and Mickey Mouse in circles on them. Those are my socks of the day. You know, I enjoy Stardew. Yes. Holy crap, that scared me. This goes through. Thank you for the 50 bits. I don't know why that scared me, but it did. Yeah, Stardew's good. It's a little more fast paced. It's a little more fast paced than I would like, but I enjoy it. Yeah, Stardew Valley's good. It is really addictive, yes. Hey, Dippo, what is up, my friend? How are you doing? Good to see you. So, PH Dippo is another flight sim streamer on Twitch. Great streamer. How's it going, Dippo? Good to see you. Fire Sandy, hello, my friend. Y'all go check out PH Dippo. Go give him a follow. You know, what's really amazing to me is Dippo, what? Texan, what is happening, my friend? How are you doing? Welcome back in. Dippo, what? Thank you for the raid, my friend. Thank you so much, y'all. How is everyone? How was your stream, Super Typhon? Dude, I really appreciate that, Dippo. Thank you a lot. How was your stream? What were you guys doing? Quiet night at KBDL tonight. So you were, oh yeah, that's right. You were doing some VAT Sim controlling. So Dippo is a controller, also flies as well, but is a controller as well in VAT Sim. You already got at least 4 people hooked on Stardew and they actually only started playing to prove you wrong, right? I know, Percy. It's kind of funny how that works, isn't it? Weather had the AT trip grounded, so you... Oh, see control, Bradley got you. Oh no, Death Crow, you did a bush landing and flipped your plane. Got to be careful about those things. Nice. Texan. Welcome in again. Really nice to see you. And hey, Texan, I enjoyed your stream. Texan One is another streamer. I actually hung out in Texan's stream for a little while earlier in the week. I love hanging out and meeting new friends, hanging out in their channel, seeing what they're about. Yeah, Texan, you remember, I even spoke to you. We talked for a little bit. Yeah, I really did enjoy it. Oh, is that what you were saying? Questioning me about? Yeah, I did enjoy it. We gotta get you a little more chatty though. We got to get you a little more chatty, Texan. But no, dude, I totally did. I did enjoy it. I didn't realize that you knew Stray. Stray is a member of the community over here also. I didn't recognize the other person that was flying with you. I don't think anyways. But I did recognize Stray though. No, Fire Sandy, you got killed by the killer mountains. Mountains just don't like, well, I guess maybe mountains do like you. That's the problem, right? Mountains do like you. They like to kill you. Percy, you gotta go. Percy, oh, thank you so much. It was so nice to see you. Really nice to see you, Percy. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself and have fun. Death from above. Try to come up with more topics. No, Texan, I mean, seriously, I'm not being, I didn't mean to be rude by saying that. But seriously, you can talk about anything. Talk about where you're flying or whatever's on your mind. So I don't know if this will help you or not, but seriously, whatever's on my mind is what I say. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Rolly Mall, you gotta go to do an on-air flight. Nice. Rolly Mall, have fun. Enjoy your flight. Sergeant Staff also does some on-air flights as well. I gotta check out on-air. But take care of yourself, Rolly. Rolly Mall is another flight sim streamer on Twitch from Australia. Great guy. I really enjoy Rolly's channel. Let me give Rolly a shout out really quick. There we go. You're trying to stay out of trouble, let's chat. Fire Sandy, I understand. Excuse me. Okay. I'm trying to find a safe place to continue flying in the valley without crashing. And I think I found it actually. Okay, so we're gonna follow this little river. Juggernaut, you're flying over it right now. It's kind of a shortcut, I think. Dippo, you need to pass out. Hey, dude, I totally understand. Take care of yourself, Dippo. Thank you again, man, for that raid. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. And I'll see you soon. Oh, Texan is actually flying along with us. Welcome in, Texan. How did I miss you? You know what? I think I'm going to fly this. Oh, shoot. I think I'm going to fly the same place y'all are flying. You need to wind down, dude. I totally understand. Commander John Pookie, thank you for flying along. I love your aerobatics while I'm flying. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Sleep well, my friend.
Passengers, I think we're gonna crash.
This goes through. It was close, man. It was close. The killer mountains almost got me, Fire Sandy. I'm not out of the woods yet, though. Although I guess I am literally out of the woods because I just left them behind me. But we still have a little mountain to climb here. So this is actually if I'm not mistaken, this is a glacier. Right here. This is a glacier, if I'm not mistaken. It's going well so far, although it'll probably be bad news tomorrow when you hear from the car shop. Uh-oh. What kind of car have you got and what kind of problem are you having?
Nervous?
Chronico, thank you for the sound alert. Slightly.
First time.
Nope.
No, I've been nervous lots of times.
Oh no, 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 no. I don't want to land. I don't want to touch the snow. I know, Fire Sandy, they don't like us, do they? The Killer Mountains don't like us. That's okay, though. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. Oh, Death Crow landed. You are a decent DJ. I like it. Oh, no, you crashed Zero. Oh, yeah, it's kind of tricky flying in this area, isn't it? You know, I guess I should have done you know what? I do need to take a pee break. Here we go. You know what? I'm going to, whoa, I didn't mean to do it right there. I am going to do a full stop right here. I got to take a quick pee break and then we'll continue on. This is a good place, I hope, to stop. Holy crap. My poor gear. Skipper Jeff, if you're still here, I'm thankful that I don't have the updated, mod. All right, y'all, I'm gonna step away really quick and I'll be right back. Y'all give me like just 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I'll be right back. Yeah, post those F's in chat. Hit the F's in chat, be right back. All right. Nothing like getting rid of some water when you gotta go real bad. That was nice. All right. So, yeah, so this is the Discord link. Nato, thank you for posting that. This is the Discord link to the WB Sim, the developers of the very near study level C172X mod that I'm flying. Great guys, and as you can see earlier in the stream, if you were here, Skipper Jeff was here. A really great group of people. So join their Discord, and that way you can get notifications whenever it goes live as well. All right, let's get back in the air. Hopefully I'll do better than I did landing. Do I have the part brake off? Yes, it is. Okay. Oz Nomad, what is up, dude? Oh, shoot. Well, that didn't go very good. Oz Nomad, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing, my friend? That is not typical Scruffy Tam style right there. Oz, thank you for that follow earlier today, this evening. How are you doing, my friend? Really nice to see you. We are flying in Alaska today. And I had to land here to take a quick pee break. And as you can tell, I'm kind of struggling to take back off. Turns out ice is not the best place to try to take off from. I'm not on skis, actually. That might be part of my problem. I may end up having a slew in the snow. This is horrendous. What's happening, King? How are you doing? Welcome back. Oh, good. Oz, I'm glad that it looks like a typical Oz Nomad takeoff because I'm really embarrassed right now. So, yeah. I thought we were in ice, but apparently we're on snow. There we go. Oh, you know what's happening? I bet my pitot tube, that is exactly what's happened. My pitot tube is clogged. Is exactly what just happened. Let me turn on pitot heat really quick. There we go. Okay, pitot heat's on. I was showing 0 knots is what was happening, or landing in any aviation. Welcome in, OzNomad. OzNomad is a member of several other flight sim streamers channels also. Oz has the sim on Xbox. Nice. Actually, also, I think what may be happening is my carburetor is also freezing up. So I need to turn on carb heat as well. Something I've never had to do before, but it's part of this very near study level mod from WB Sim. Pretty freaking cool. I'm gonna have to ask Skipper Jeff about that. Where am I located? OzNomad. I am in South Carolina in the United States. That's where I am in. King, welcome back in, King. So good to see you again. King joined the channel, followed last time I streamed, I believe it was. Welcome back in, King. OzNomad actually followed right before, about a half hour before I started streaming today. OzNomad, it really is a pleasure having you here today. I feel like I already know you from being in Captain Arash's channel for so much and hearing you talk. It is. So OzNomad, I used to stream in the morning my time, but my work schedule changed for the next couple of months. So I changed to a nighttime schedule. So I'm streaming kind of late. Yes. Yeah, I totally remember that. I totally remember Oz being the tour guide. And Super Typhon, dude, thank you so much for being such a advocate for my channel. Man, I really appreciate that very, very much. So Oz, what we've been doing is over the past couple of months, we've been flying this series that I call the Connections Tour. And so how it got its name is we're connecting Asia to North America. So we started in Vietnam and we have flown the Pacific Rim, Japan, and a lot of those other islands that are part of the Pacific Rim. And now we're in Alaska, and actually Saturday morning, my time, we'll be finishing up this series. Oh yeah, that's right. I did get a shout out on Forder's channel too. This is true. Thank you. I've been streaming for going on almost 2 years, but I've only been a flight simmer for almost a year. So I'm gonna have to do a little circular pattern here to gain some altitude so I can fly over this mountain. This is actually a glacier. All right, here we go. I'm actually gonna fly. I love flying valleys, so I'm gonna fly this valley right here. Should get us where we need to be. You thought he would keep streaming before Scruff got on? Oh, no problem. No problem, boss. I mean, Super Typhon. I don't know why my bot wants to hold Alaska. Whenever people type Alaska, my bot must think Alaska is some sort of, I don't know, bad word or something, but it's really weird how it does that. Alaska really is spectacular, Oz. It really is. We did a series in March called the Spring Break World Tour. It was a charity stream. It was a series of charity streams, and we flew the Canadian Rocky Mountains, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. So typically I fly this plane, Oz, the C-172, and just like with Captain Arash and Forder, Skipper Jeff also gave me the very near study level mod. This is what you'll almost always see me fly in from the very beginning of my flight sim journey. I've loved the Cessna 172. Every now and then you'll see me in a Kit Fox or something different, but this is my, yeah, dude, this is my all-time favorite plane right here. I know, right? Swahili or something. You, Alaska? Imagine hitting your thumb or something. Oh, Alaska. Alaska. Trying to figure this out. Is the flight model you're using available for purchase yet? It is not, NATO. Not yet. After service update 10 drops, after it's released, then shortly after that, it'll be available on Just Flight for sale. It's, from what I'm told, I'm not going to mention what I've heard that it's priced at, because I could have heard wrong, but it's going to be a very reasonably priced for all that you get with it. And I do know they've already submitted it to Just Flight. It's been accepted by Just Flight. They're just waiting on service update 10 to drop. Yep. The 172 is the Corolla of the Air. Yeah, it's the most produced plane ever. And it's what, once I start my flight lessons, whenever that may end up being, this is the plane I'll be taking them in. So y'all, I'm going to fly to the coast. I'm just going to fly to the coast. We'll follow the coastline, and then right on the other side of this mountain, we'll come back inland. But let's check out the coast a little while for a short period of time. That's right, Oz. Yes. Or in CD's case, a flying minivan. Yep. NATO. Yeah, so Oz, I have always had a fascination for and a love for flight and flying. And I had heard of some flight simulators before, but honestly, I thought they were just more game-based. You know, just like any other video game. So I wasn't that interested in a flight simulator. So I was a variety streamer for my first year on Twitch, just streaming anything. And then a buddy, a fellow streamer that I met through variety streaming, picked up the sim and was flying, and I got to asking him questions, and wow, I just couldn't believe how realistic it was. So I bought it, and it hooked me, and I have not looked back. I've been playing some Fall Guys lately, just a little bit, just to kind of get my skills up so I can play against Two-Tone Murphy. Other than that, I haven't played any other game except Microsoft Flight Sim. I love it. Right, exactly, Oz. I love it. CD claims the Tomahawk is a flying Honda Civic, but due to its deadly stall spin more than like a Reliant Robin. Super Typhon. That's hilarious. I used to do Fall Guys on stream when I was a variety streamer. Eventually, one of these days, I'm gonna surprise y'all with something other than Flight Sim, but I don't know when that'll be. It's gonna be a long time from now, I can promise you that. But one day I'll surprise you. Sterlo, thank you for the work lurk. Sterlo, thank you so much for the work lurk. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you for dropping the base. What is our next tour going to be located at? Zero, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Oz Nomad has not seen my socks yet. He comes in here talking about what's this Lord of Socks, and I have not shown my socks of the day yet. Where is Carb Heat at? All right, so my socks of the day. Murph could Fall Guy us tomorrow, or he could Fife us. Yeah. It's hard to say, but yeah, I definitely want to join in one of these Fridays when he's doing Fall Guys for sure. So my socks of the day.
Show us those
I'm the only streamer that I have seen that has a dedicated sock cam, and I've been doing this since before I was a Flight Sim streamer. On the right foot, I've got my SpongeBob sock. On the left foot, white socks with black stripes. And that's actually Mickey Mouse in different colored circles there. And those are my socks of the day. Mongo, what's happening? Disco Stew, thank you for the 50 bits. Disco Stew, thank you so much. Yeah, Fire Sandy, I do see. Yeah, you tried Microsoft Flight Sim in most of its versions since the early days of PCs. Never been able to afford a rig to run it properly. Blown away when it was released, when it would run on your laptop. Nice, dude. I'm just blown away. I'm blown away every time. Thank you, Osnomad. Every time I jump in Flight Simulator, I'm just blown away by how beautiful it is. And I know it's not 100% real, of course, but I also know that flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to help make me a better pilot or a better student once I do start taking some flight lessons. It's amazing. Mongo, thank you. You're welcome. And Disco Stew, thank you for gifting Mongo a sub. Good to see you, Mongo. How are you doing? Seeming a nice little spit if someone wants a nice little bush landing challenge. Oh. Uh-oh, Death Crow's gonna do it. We got a challenge going on here. We got a challenge. So let's see who's flying along. We got a bunch of people flying along this evening. We got Death Crow, we got Verse, Paradox, Chronico, Disco Stew, Zero Tadpole, Johnny Brownstein, Crunch, NATO, Texan One, TJK, Jerdot, and I think that wraps it up. You took a discovery flight and the instructor said, yeah, that's the same thing that my, oh, thank you, Oz. That's the same thing the guy that's going to be my CFI told me as well, that how it would help is after we're done with the lesson to come in the sim and refly it over and over just to hone those skills. Yeah, so Oz, you probably know Ewald. Ewald created it for me. And the original version had a sock here and then had another mismatched sock right here. Vomit, what's happening, dude? How are you doing? Good to see you, Vomit. Hey, Vomit, I got a question for you. I haven't seen Chunky, and I know y'all were practicing. Is it public knowledge of what's happening in November, or no? Is that kind of? Am I at liberty to talk about that? Do you know? Yeah, my Kit Fox livery does have mismatched socks. And then my Kodiak is a Two Cats. Two Cats gifted me the Kodiak, so I had a special livery. I call it the Two Cats Scruffy Tam version. Okay, Velvet. Yeah, no problem, man. I was gonna mention it, then I said, you know what? I'm not so sure about that yet. So, okay, no worries. So Vomit is a member of the FS Thunderbirds. I am also a member of the Thunderbirds. I am Thunderbird number 8. If you watched the Wings Over the Web air show that happened a couple months ago over on MSFS Official, you might. Cheese, what? Cheese Lord, what's happening? How are you doing? Cheese Lord, welcome in. How are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Yes. So I am Thunderbird number 8. I am the narrator, and if you saw the Wings Over the Web air show, you probably recognize my voice. I was the voice of the intro video on the Wings Over the Web air show, and I also was the narrator of the FS Thunderbirds portion of the air show. It was amazing, Oz. It really was. Yeah, so Cheese Lord is also a member of the Thunderbirds. Welcome in, Cheese Lord. Thank you so much for the follow as well, man. How was practice tonight? Well, that's true. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Chunky. Become a hat streamer. That'd be hilarious. So the Thunderbirds are, and that's going to be on, is it going to be where it was last time, Chunky? Nice. Good deal, Cheese. I'm sure you'll do well. Okay. So there will be another air show on the MSFS official channel in November. Not going to tell the date yet, but I will be the narrator, and I'll also be a camera operator as well. I'm super excited about the opportunity to do some more narration, some more voice work. Really excited about it. I know, Oz, I really struggle with the same thing. If you wonder what I'm talking about with the Wings Over the Web air show, I'm not sure if this link is still going to be active or not. Let me check it. No, okay, it's not available anymore. Nice. That'll be amazing. That'll be awesome. We do have the video of our session over on YouTube. So go to YouTube, look up FS Thunderbirds, and then you can see the Thunderbirds portion of the air show over there. Yeah, I figured it was probably gone. There we go. Thank you, Chunky. So you can hear my amazing voice doing the voiceover, and then you can watch some okay flying, but the main part is my voice. I'm just kidding. I'm totally trolling Chunky right now. That was amazing. The whole show was banging. It was really amazing. Oh, thank you, Chunky. I think anybody, if you set it as a highlight video, you can keep your videos for as long as you want to. You just have to set it as a highlight. So that may be what they did right there. Let's see here. I'm going to pick a valley to fly into. Yeah, I'm not sure how many highlight videos you can save, if it's indefinite or not. I'm really not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can highlight some videos. It is still there. Okay, cool.
Nervous?
Crinico, thank you for the sound alert.
First time.
No, I've been nervous lots of times.
I just realized I was firewalling pretty good, so I'm going to slow back down a little bit. Sorry for those of y'all flying along. I was going rather fast. Faster than I meant to. Beautiful scenery out here. Oh, NATO, do you need a fuel stop? Do you have to manually set up emotes for your channel? You do. You do. Now, there are default Twitch emotes. But yeah, you have to, like in my, you can make your own, but I hired an artist to make mine for me, and then you upload them to Twitch. It's it's a really painful process, except for paying the artist, depending on what they charge. Unfortunately, there are no other airports until we get to the final airport. I'm sorry, y'all. They know, how close are you to falling out? And Tadpole, how close are you to falling out? $15 15%. You should be okay. We are 30, 40, about 50 miles out, 50 nautical miles out. You should be good. John DFW, how's it going? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Okay, Zero, you're good on fuel. Okay, perfect. Texan, so I've got my artist. I've got two artists that I've used. One is Firefang99 that did my original emotes, and those are the free follower emotes. All my other emotes, all my other artwork was done by Art Hunter Vera, and I think you can click on my artwork for a link to them and just DM either one of them. They both do amazing work. I do have a Discord. Yes, thank you, Super Typhon, for posting my Discord link. And Oz, thank you for asking. So John, Saturday we'll be flying in Alaska still. Let me pull up little nav map and I'll show you. So Saturday morning, we're gonna start out at this airport we're at right now, and we'll fly up and in these valleys. I think yeah, in fact, we're gonna fly this direction. Let's see here. Dang it, stop. We're gonna fly this direction and in this really large valley right here, and then end up close to whatever the name of this, Anchorage, close to Anchorage, Alaska. And then that'll be the end of the Connections tour. Saturday we'll be wrapping up this tour. But no problem, John. Hey, if you can make it, that would be amazing. If you can't, I totally understand. I know I'm a very, very busy person myself. So, I mean, if you can make it, that's awesome. If you can, I totally understand. Nice. Cool deal. I'll set an alarm for you. Would you like a wake up call? Yeah, Moet. Disco Stu dropped 5 gift sub bomb for me. And I appreciate that. Thank you for thanking him. Is PAKL? It is. Let me double check. It is. Papa Alpha Kilo Lima is our final airport of the night. Yes, it is. So NATO, I think you'll make it. You may be on fumes by then, but I think you'll make it. Especially if you just want to, you know, cut straight over the mountains. I'm just kind of flying the valleys because that's what I love to do. So if you're new to the channel, in real life, I'm an automotive technology instructor. I spent when I graduated high school, I got a college degree in automotive technology. And I spent the next 14 years as an automotive technician. I worked on Mazdas and Chevrolets for 14 years. Did some Cadillac, Buick, GMC, Pontiac as well. And then the original dealership that I first started working at called me back for me to be their service manager. So I ran the shop at a Chevrolet Cadillac store for 14 years after that. And now for the last 5 years, I'm a teacher at a local community college, and I teach students how to diagnose and repair vehicles. And every now and then on stream, I'll have someone come in that's having an issue with their car, and I just like helping people. So if I can help, diagnose a vehicle and get it fixed, why not? Well, I'm streaming, right? So I just enjoy helping people. I love people. Staff,
Nervous?
what's up, dude? How are you doing, Staff?
First time.
No, I've been nervous.
It's a
lots of
4
times.
problem solved. Staff, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Sergeant Staff is another awesome flight sim streamer. Staff took some time off from streaming, but is trying to get back into a regular routine. I really enjoy Staff. Staff's a great guy. Good friend of Captain Seppi too. If y'all know Captain Seppi, he's a longtime flight sim streamer. He and Seppi are good buddies. So yeah, good to see you. Good to see you, Sergeant Staff. Slowly going. It's all right. Are you at work or no? You once had a failing alternator in a 172. It was made by Ford. Had to finish the long flight without electronics. Oh no. Keen for the Cessna release? Yes. Not at work yet. Yeah. You got to work tonight though? Sterlo, there's a lot of people. Are you talking about this Cessna? Sterlo? 30 minutes. Gotcha. There's a lot of people waiting on this release. It really does look amazing. Let me show you something else about it too. See if I can make this failure happen while we're on the way to the airport. I'm going to turn the alternator off. Keep the alternator from charging. So I just turned my alternator off. Now, of course, the plane's going to continue to fly because I still have battery power. But very soon, you'll see the volts drop. In fact, they're dropping already. Yeah, see 26.2, 26.1. Very soon, you'll see the voltage light come on. This is something you will not see in the standard version of this plane from Asobo in Microsoft Flight Sim. This is part of the 172X. But in just a minute, you'll see the volt light come on. Now, if I keep the alternator off for long enough, there we go. The volts is flashing right now. See the volt light flashing? If I keep this off long enough, eventually all my electronics are going to slowly start turning off one by one, and then the plane's not going to start. Once it drops to 18 volts, it will not start. So I'm going to turn my alternator back on right now. Right, Moet. I'd have to switch off everything if it was the regular version. Yep. Are you saying it's not a one wire? Right, I'm not. Exactly. Exactly, Staff. I learned that the hard way. So it's a very, very well done. Another really cool thing I like is just like in real life, see how the compass is jumping around as well? The base plane, the compass does not jump around. But this is true to real life. When you're flying a plane, it's not smooth like a Cadillac going down the interstate at 80 miles an hour. You're going to have vibrations and stuff. And so your compass will vibrate if you're flying a plane. So I love this. I love this. Of course, I don't know anything about liveries, Sterlo, but I'll answer what I can. But I know nothing of liveries. But talk to me. Yeah, it's the little details that make it for me. It really is. Oh, Zero found a nice river down here. How did I miss this river? I'm gonna follow the river and then we'll Staff. You weren't supposed to say that, Staff. You saw Fly-by-Wire remove their auto livery converter, so now you're unable to convert livery. Oh, wow. Yeah, I have no clue. That's more of a Wombi. I'm sure Wombi's still not here, but that's more of a Wombi question right there. Or someone that's a livery builder, who is not me. That is not me. Oh, Wombi is still here. Dang, Wombi, thank you for, dude, what? Thank you, man. I thought you were like falling asleep lurking. Thank you, man. I didn't realize you were still here. I called him up, didn't I? So Wombi, Sterlo just posted something right above you right there. I don't know if you would know the answer to that or not. And I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that. You don't know the answer. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Sorry for putting you on the spot. I'm the same way though. When I'm at work, I'm not necessarily watching, but I have the sound turned up, and when I hear my name, I pop in and they're like, oh, you are still here, Scruffy. Really, the only person I know of that does any sort of livery work is Ewald. There's a couple other people that do some, but I don't see them very often. And honestly, it's been a while since I've seen Ewald. Fire Sandy, you done for the night? You were flying all day. Stay safe, clear skies. Fire Sandy, you too, my friend. Thank you for being here. It's always so nice to have you here flying along. I really appreciate you. Have a good night or day or whatever time of the day it is for you. Take care. And thank you for flying along, Fire Sandy. Sounds like the Kodiak. Is that a Kodiak? No, it's not. That's a is that a 414? No, I'm totally wrong. I need to stop guessing models by their sounds. Sheesh. Oh, we got a POI up here. Let's see what this POI is really quick. This could be some animals or something. So let's fly straight ahead, see what this POI is, and then we'll keep on going. And I do have a podcast too for those new members here. I do have a podcast. If you're interested, if you have time to listen to podcasts, the first episode is all about me, just kind of introducing you to Scruffy and what I'm all about. The second podcast is a true crime podcast. And then doing the true crime podcast, I was just trying to find my place in the podcasting world. Didn't really know what the heck I was doing, but I've decided, and I really have enjoyed, that I'm going to interview other streamers and other people in the flight sim community. So DH Paradox was my most recent guest, and I'm talking to the next guest in line. Trying to get everything lined up. Oh, the difference between the hot and cold. Thank you, Oz, for asking that. A lot of people do ask that, and I fail to tell. I usually forget to tell. So the cold flight plans will usually start you out at the airport in front of the fuel box with the plane totally turned off, engine switched off, everything turned off, so cold and dark. Then the hot flight plan will start you on the runway, engine running, ready to take off. So that's the difference between the two, because people are comfortable in different ways. I used to be comfortable just starting off hot on the runway, engine running, because I didn't know the starting sequence. And so that's why I do hot and cold, so you can do whatever you're comfortable with. If you like starting cold, you can start cold. If you like starting hot, yeah, no problem, Oz. And it's super easy. It's just one click to make the difference. So not a big deal. Coconut Companion, thank you for the first time chat. We are on US East server. Feel free to jump in and join us. We've only got about 40 nautical miles to go, but anyone's welcome to join us at any time. What I'm wanting to do right now is find out what this point of interest is. It could be some wildlife. If it is, I'd love to check it out. Let's see if we can disturb some wildlife. The closest airport is going to be the final destination, actually, Coconut, unfortunately. It's PAKL, Papa Alpha Kilo Lima. Oh, is it seagulls? Well, I'm probably not going to see them then, because I've never seen seagulls in the sim ever. But we'll see if we can see them this time. So y'all let me know if you see seagulls. So Coconut, if you're not able to join us tonight because it is such a short time to the end, I will be streaming again Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m. Eastern time, which is noontime Zulu. And we'll continue flying in Alaska, actually. Is it a fly? Yeah, that's right. All good, been flying all day, so you don't mind a relatively short flight. Oh, cool, good. Glad to hear it. Jump on in and fly. Also, if you'd like to send me a friend request in Flight Sim, I'll be glad to accept it. That might be an easier way for you to join as well. Either way. And I ran so far away. Sterlo, thank you for the 100 biddies, dude. I appreciate that. You're welcome. That's that's what I want. It's what I want. I want to welcome people and just be an awesome community together. I love people. My username is ScruffyTam. Just make sure you do it with one F, just like you see it on my plane. ScruffyTam with one F. Let's see if we see some seagulls. And usually they're flying some sort of pattern as well, so you kind of got to fly around to see them, but Arctic Turn, what is happening, dude? How are you doing, man? Good to see you. Accept this friend request really quick. Arctic, man, how are you doing? Arctic Turn is an awesome flight sim streamer. Arctic Turn is always raising money for a charity down in South America, Hermanos, and a really, really amazing charity. And there's a link there so you know what you're giving to. Great guy. Let me give Arctic Turn a shout out. You're allowed to post it? Yes, yeah, post the link, dude. Post away. Let me give Arctic Turn a shout out really quick. Y'all, please, please, please go follow Arctic Turn. Yeah, Maddie Ferks is the anti-scruffy. No flight, just rules. I love that, dude. I cannot wait. I can't wait until that username becomes available, and I hope, Arctic, that you're able to get it and just troll the heck out of me with it. Oh, that was so much fun. It was so much fun. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. I love how you did that. I mean, Sterlo, but I mean, I'm impressed. Is that really, it's not really yours? I mean, but seriously, I'm impressed with someone taking the time to do that. Okay. I don't see any seagulls. It really is. It really, and you're welcome for the shout out, Arctic. How are you doing, man? How was your day? All right. You know, I'm beginning to believe that seagulls aren't really a thing in the sim. I mean, I know they're here. I do know they are. But I have never seen seagulls in Microsoft Flight Sim on my stream, on my Flight Sim anyways. Yeah, they ran exactly. Oh God, the FAA is following me. Holy crap. It's the FAA. What's going on, FAA? How are you doing? The FAA is following me. Is that kind of like when the highway patrol? Little known fact. That's right. We discovered something new. Seagulls are scared of socks. That's what it is. So do I need to behave now? It's kind of like whenever the highway patrol or the state troopers get behind you, they're following you. Do I need to behave now that the FAA is following me? I'm sorry. I don't mean to troll you. Hope you got something to drink. Otherwise, expect the possible pilot deviation. Welcome in. That's a lot of fun. Sorry for trolling you. It is a great name. Welcome on in. How are you doing this evening? The later it gets in the evening, the more delirious I get. So I apologize for the silliness. I appreciate the support. Thank you for that follow. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I can't imagine, man. I don't know what I would be working midnights. I don't know, man. Am I the troller? I don't know. I don't know if I'm the troller or you're the troller. Who's trolling who? It's your goal to make your boss shake his head every night? Oh, that's cool. Maddie Ferks is the troller, exactly, staff. No one will ever beat Maddie Ferks as a troller. Never. except it's with a C instead of a K right there. How long have we got left, Ace? We are 30 nautical miles away. 30 nautical I can't even talk now. 30 nautical miles away. You're down to 16%. Oh no. But you should be fine. 16% feels plenty to get where we're going. Should be. Call them on, man. Call them on. I have had, but seriously, anyone that wants to fly along with me, you are willing. You are willing. You are welcome to fly along. No rules, just fly. Fly what you want to. Fly how you want to. So seriously, I have had someone fly the what is it? The night. I can't even think now. The Nighthawk. What's the really fast plane? The new plane? I can't even think now. Oh yes, I really do, Coconut. The Dark Star. I don't know why I was thinking Night Star. Yeah, the Dark Star. I've had people literally buzz me in the Dark Star at Mach speed, and I've had people right in front of my plane doing aerobatics. I love it. Either way, I love it. So, seriously, no rules, just fly. Fly what you want to, fly how you want to. Thank you. Yeah, Coconut, I really do. Yes, I do have the Just Flight Pipers. I've got them, Coconut. The only thing is, I love the Cessna 172. I have not found anything, and y'all, I'm sorry I'm stuffy. I'm usually not this stuffy, but I haven't found anything that I love more than the Cessna 172. I just love it. Excuse me. Oh, you're flying the Arrow now? Nice. Yeah, Coconut. Hey, thank you for dropping the base, Ace. I've got the study level. I've got the study level mod. I was very blessed to have the developer come in and give me a streamer's copy of it. So that is what I'm flying right now, and I love it. Watch the LA Speed Story, guys. Oh wait,
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Oh really? Staff, can you link it for me? Post me a link. I'll definitely watch it.
Nervous?
Yes.
First time.
No, I've been nervous lots of times.
So today we had summer graduation for our summer students. So we don't have students for the next 3 weeks. And one of the speakers was the president of our local hospital. And I was, yeah, shortly after Sim Update 10 drops, they're going to release it on Just Flight. Just Flight already has it. And you know, it's a go, but we're just waiting on Sim Update 10 to drop. So no, there's no fuel at the airport. That sucks. So one of the speakers of our graduation was the president of our local hospital. And the guy, it was such a motivational speech. It was not what I was thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be about COVID and numbers and masking and all this stuff. But it was totally, oh, Ace, no problem, dude. I totally understand, man. Life happens. I totally understand if you can't be here. Thank you for being here for as long as you were able to be. And I'll see you hopefully Saturday. But what I found really inspiring, and it made me feel so good, is he had 3 points. So what the heck just happened with live weather? Our graduation speaker had 3 points. If you've been a member of this community for a while, you've heard these 3 points, okay? The first one is, dang it just left me. Hang on. The second one, I can't remember what the first one was now. The second one was set goals. Set goals for yourself. And oh, thank you for posting it in Discord, staff. I was so amazed by the speech, and then I can't even remember the 3 points, which are what I say here all the time. It's stuff I say all the time. So set goals for yourself. I can't remember the first one, dang it. And the third one is give back to your community. And so it felt so good to hear a leader of our community here in my town mirror what I say all the time in my chat. It was really, really awesome. It was really awesome to hear that, you know, I'm doing the right things. He's an SR-71 pilot. Oh, cool. Texan. There was. I can't remember the first one though. Holy crap. What was the first one? Ah, shoot. Because like, I couldn't believe it. All 3 of his points were exactly what I say here. It's my philosophy here on streaming, and I can't even remember what the heck. Anyways, I shouldn't have even said anything. Sheesh. Was it eat your Wheaties? Join a group, be involved. Ah, nope, that wasn't it. I cannot remember what the heck. Well, and see, streaming, for some reason, I get so involved in chatting and flying and just the beauty of everything and just in awe of being able to fly. Panda with a gun, I love that name, that I just forget things sometimes that I should know. As much as I want to fly into that valley, there's a dead end there that's going to kill me, so I'm not flying that valley. It's your right to bear arms, not to arm bears. Don't look a gift subber in the mouth. I think it was no rules, just flight. His first, that's it. His first point was no rules, just flight. I'm just kidding. Ugh. Yeah, Tex, and it is sometimes I'm surprised at the routes that I pick, both in the beauty of the routes, and then sometimes it's because I'm like, what was I thinking when I picked this place? There's nothing to see here, but this is beautiful. This really is a nice place. Oh man, y'all are making my side hurt. Oh, tall trees. I hate when they have tall trees on approach.
Most of all, I'm
Panda with a machine gun, thank you so much for the follow. Panda, thank you so much for that follow, and thank you for flying along also. And listen, thank you for taking me literally when I say jump in and fly. I love it when people jump in and fly and they haven't even followed. It's so amazing. And so when I say that anyone can fly, I mean it. You don't have to follow, you don't have to sub or give bits or anything. I just love people flying along, and I love people. So thank you for taking me literally. You, as well as everyone else that's flying along tonight, thank you for that. Oh, you gotta go to work? No problem, staff. Thank you, man. Be safe. FAA has a number for me to call. Staff, be safe, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, Panda. Yeah, it really is fun. And so this is what my channel is. I mean, you fly what you want to and how you want to. I just want you to have fun because I'm having a blast, and I want you to have a blast too. Oh, nice. The F-22 and a flat spin. Cool. I bought the F-22 just so I could see its correct model matching in the sim. So I've got it. So yeah, fly by me, man. If you want to fly by me at Mach speed, do it. Tight backhand. What is happening, dude? How are you doing, Tight? Good to see you, man. How are things doing? How was your stream earlier? I saw you streaming earlier. How's it going, man? You doing good? Tight Backhand is another flight sim streamer. Also Tight, dude. You had some pretty killer numbers there too. Making it happen over there on your channel. So y'all go follow Tight Backhand. Great streamer. Tadpole and Geo Man doing some formation flying here. Looks like possibly. Panda with a flat spin. Heck yeah, very nice, man. Good control there too. Very good control, Panda. Yeah, Tight. I will be flying Saturday morning. So my regular streaming schedule now is I'll be streaming Sunday evenings, Monday evenings, Thursday evenings, and then Saturday mornings. My evening streams start at 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is midnight Zulu time. And then my morning streams start at 8 a.m. Eastern, which is 12 noon Zulu time. So Saturday morning, we'll wrap up this Connections tour. We'll be finishing up our Connections tour, and then I don't really know what I'm going to do after that. I've got some ideas, but I got to come up with something quick, don't I? So I'm down for suggestions in Discord. If any of you guys have suggestions on flight plan ideas or my next series or whatever, post them in Discord. I'm down for it. Come fly down under. You know, Sterlo, that's a good idea. I might do something like that. I had thought about doing Africa, but you know, with the world update down in, with the world update that happened 2 updates ago. Dang it, what the heck? Oh, I got a hair in my mouth. I might do that. That's a good idea. Andes Mountain, South America. Yeah. Someone had posted that earlier in the stream. That's a good idea as well. There's not too much to see in Africa. Okay. I wasn't really sure about that. Oh, really? Two-Tone's going to fly Perth to Sydney in the DC-6 in a few weeks? Nice. Yeah, I just remember my buddy's TomosWorld. My buddy TomosWorld was flying Africa as part of his world tour, And I remember parts of it just being absolutely amazing. But yeah, if overall it's not all that, I don't want to do any kind of boring thing, you know, for sure. Oh, Iceland. That's a good idea too. Or South America. Yeah, South America is good. We actually flew Chile as part of my Charity World Tour stream. It was beautiful. So y'all, if you're in my Discord, please post those suggestions in my Discord, because I promise you, after stream's over, I'm not going to remember much of them. You ordered the big stream deck, was supposed to be here today, but it didn't show up. Oh, nice. Yeah, you know, even though we have pages now, which we didn't have when I bought my mid. I bought the mid stream deck to begin with, like I think it's the 15 button. We didn't have pages then, so I gifted it to a streamer friend and bought the big one right after I bought this one. They did pages, but yeah, I love my big stream deck. It's awesome. Swiss South Africa had the white sharks for points of interest. Super. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I agree totally on that. Just don't do the east of Africa. Oh, okay. Capitals of Europe are worst airstrips in the world. I thought about, just as a filler between tours, doing like not landing challenges, but doing some of the achievements in Flight Sim. But can someone confirm with me, are viewers able to join in with the achievements part of Flight Sim, or no? Or is it just you doing it on your own? Or would y'all even enjoy that? I don't know that I would enjoy what, you know, if I couldn't fly along. I guess it depends on if I was at work or not, but I love group flights. Yeah, tight for sure. I've got pages on pages. I've got like, I think 4 different pages. And there's so many different things you can do with it too. I've even got a SOS button just in case I get a hate raid or a follow bot raid or something like that. I've got an SOS button that would immediately, on one button push, it turns on sub only chat, emote only chat, does a clip, and something else all at once. So I have proof that it was a bot chat, a bot raid, and the bots, you know, unless they're gonna sub to me, no more, you know, no more bot follows. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. In the past, you've only seen other planes in bush trips and landing challenges, but it's been a while. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, Versh. Yeah, Sterling, I love my stream deck. Yeah, right, Coconut. That's me as well. Me as well. So really the only GA 172 streamers that I can think of off the top of my head is myself, Captain Arash, Shoney Gaming whenever he comes back. And man, I miss Shoney. I really, really enjoy Shoney's streams a lot. And I think that's it. Is there someone else that I'm missing that's a Cessna 172 streamer most of the time? Forder, that's right, Oz. Thank you. I was thinking I had left somebody out. And yeah, I was definitely Forder. Yes. So it's myself, Captain Arash, and Forder are the only ones that I can really think about that fly, you know, Cessna 172s or very similar style planes. Yes, thank you. That was the best landing of your career, and you weren't streaming. That's the way it is, isn't it? That's just the way it works. Okay, and we got a headwind, so we should be able to fly straight into this runway. Yeah, I've got the PMDG 737 yeah, 737, and I flew it one time, and I was so thankful because I was gonna start cold and dark and just struggle, but I was so thankful Two-Tone Murphy came into that stream and helped me get it started from cold and dark to the runway, and then he left to go to bed. But yeah, I was so thankful to Murph for doing that. Very appreciative. All right, flaps activated. I see the runway. Yeah, Paradox, this is it, brother. I've got to get to bed. So a few things while I'm coming up on my final approach. Saturday morning will be my next stream, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Awesome, Oz. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for jumping in with a follow and just for hanging out, Oz. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It really does. For someone like you, it means a lot to me. Paradox, you're going to be streaming at some point tomorrow. Sweet. I understand, Sterlo. No problem, man. So a few things. I do have a YouTube channel. I'm very close to 100 subs on my YouTube channel. Now, of course, a sub on YouTube is free. You can just subscribe to somebody on YouTube. It doesn't cost anything. Once I hit 100 subs, it does unlock some things for me. So I would appreciate a follow over there on YouTube, on the Tube of Views. I've got a podcast, exclamation podcast. We'll get you the link to it as well if you're a podcast type listener person. Other than that, I do have a Discord as well, but I think we've posted the Discord link a lot. But I appreciate everyone being here. It really has been an amazing flight. YouTube does have a weird terminology. It really does. Yeah, Sterlo, I understand. Sterlo, you do have really early mornings. It is early for me when you're streaming, but I'll try to jump in whenever I can. Oh, thank you, Moet. Dude, I appreciate that very much. I hate to ask people for things like that, but there was something I was trying to do to my channel the other day and I couldn't do it. It said once you hit 100 subs, then you can do whatever it was I was wanting to do. I can't remember what that was. No, what the world are you doing, Scruffy? Oh, that was rough. That was, I guess I pulled it off. 155 ain't bad. Thank you, Moet. I really do appreciate that support. All right. Let me jump out of the plane and get the drone out. Whoa, upside down. What? Yeah, Texan, thank you for being here. It was really nice. It's been a pleasure for everybody. Y'all don't jump out yet. Let me get a screenshot before y'all jump out. Let me make sure. Who else? Is everyone on the ground already? Okay, here comes Amadeus. Oh, Amadeus is way up there though. 6,000 feet. All right, get some screenshots. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to change the time of day really quick just to get a really nice sunrise, sunset, whatever it's going to be. Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there. There we go. Yeah, thank you, Panda. You did fit right in, man. I really appreciate it. So I'll be back Saturday morning. Everyone, again, is welcome to jump in. Also, anytime you see me live streaming, I mean, anytime you see me on Microsoft Flight Sim, even if I'm not streaming, just jump in to fly with me anytime. Yeah, isn't this beautiful? Isn't this beautiful? What a way to end a stream, right? All right, y'all. Thank you, Moet. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support. Let's see who to raid. Who to raid? We raid Moose a lot. How about some suggestions? Y'all give me some suggestions on who to raid. I'm pretty sure we raided Moose last time I streamed at night. I mean, I'm not opposed to raiding Moose, but y'all give me a suggestion. Let's make a new friend. I see Cargo Fire is streaming. Thank you, Super Typhon. Coconut, you heading off to bed? Awesome, awesome. Bill May. Oh, is Bill May streaming again? Yeah, Bill Mays is back. Okay. Okay, we'll do Jay Wolfgang. Tell you what, hang on a minute, because I did just. Oh wait, Rat Hole streaming? Rat Hole is streaming. I gotta raid Rat Hole. I'm sorry. Thank you for the suggestions. I didn't see Rat Hole. I'm gonna raid Rat Hole. Rat Hole is a great guy. And Rat Hole really is a great guy. Let me get this raid message going. Dingo, take care. Have a good night. KW, have a good night as well. Stick around for the raid, though. Please stick around for the raid. Let's show Rat Hole some love. In the meantime, while the raid message is going, Panda, thank you for the follow. FAA, thank you for the follow. Sterlo Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. And let's see here. Cheese Lord, thank you for the follow as well. Dippo, thank you for the raid, the awesome raid. Cat, thank you for the follow. Ivan S, thank you for a gift sub to KW. Ivan S, thank you for a resub. Aviator Dan, thank you for the follow. Like to Program, thank you for the follow. JP Navigator with the follow. Hamo Time with 2 gift subs. Hamo Time with 200 bits. Bacon with 100 bits. Hamo Time with 300 bits. Disco Stew with 5 subs. Pilot Ryan with 100 bits. Disco Stew with 1,000 bits. M Woods, thank you for the follow. Oz Nomad, thank you for the follow and for hanging out for so long. I appreciate that. Let's get this raid going. Yeah, it really was awesome, man. Thank you. Raid messages. If you are a sub, this is your message. If you're not a sub, subs are always appreciated, never expected. The second one is yours. Let's run over here really quick and get a raid in for my good buddy. Y'all take care. Good night. I wish you happy flying. Safe landings. See you Saturday morning. Take care, everybody. Let's go. Let's go.